masses are going to go through every ailment there is. You can't be worrying about that, because if we keep worrying about the trouble that the masses are in, we never cultivate anything among ourselves to get to the high level in which the masses going to be a part of. Because ultimately, all this shit got to be destroyed. This shit is over.
I am inevitable.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live, back again.
We live.
Welcome to Night Day Network. We got an awesome show lined up for y'all. We got to tap back into Mr. Donald Trump here, losing a lot of his MAGA supporters because he posted a picture portraying himself as Jesus, and that basically, insulting the Christians, mocking the Christians, and he's starting to lose a lot of his supporters behind that, because a lot of his supporters are, a lot of his MAGA supporters are, would-be Christians, right? A lot of them are Christians.
Yeah, they supposed to be, yeah.
Right. So
he's not.
Yeah, so he's portraying himself as Jesus, and like a healing Jesus, and he's starting to lose his supporters. Yep. So we got to get into Charlie Kirk. There's a lot of conspiracies surrounding Charlie Kirk's death, which we're gonna get into. So make sure y'all double tap the screen, like this video. There we go. There you go. There you go.
There he is.
MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Yep. All right. Shout out to y'all just coming in here. King Gemini. Shout out to Medusa. Yeah, shout out to y'all that's coming in here. Let's get into it. All right, man. So
let's get it.
All righty. So Mr. Trump, man, himself is losing a lot of his MAGA supporters. So we gotta get into that. We're gonna get into that first. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Pull this article up.
Yeah, Donald Dump, you're a loser. He always calling somebody a loser. That he always calling people a loser, right?
Yeah, loser.
He calling his main. He's losing all his main support. I guess he's trying to be the enemy at this point. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's trying to be the main antagonist.
Yeah. So this is an article. Let us know we're coming in clear too. All right. So this is an article about. Yeah. Before we start. Yeah. Let's make sure we good on the sound.
Yeah. We good on sound, y'all.
Good on sound.
No laggy.
All right. All right. So let's get into this. We good? All right. All right. So this is an article by New Republican. New Republicans titled MAGA freaks out after Trump posts AI photo of himself as Jesus. All right. Oh, they got a way you can listen to the article. Okay. All right.
Loser.
Make it easier for us. Thank you. All right. So
MAGA freaks out after Trump posts AI photo of himself as Jesus. By Edith Olmsted.
Handing off your taxes? Get the best outcome with a local expert.
Oh, they gonna try to sneak an ad in there on the ad tip.
You know it. They gotta get their money.
They gotta get their money. I ain't hating on it.
Bread.
I ain't hating on it. But for all that, I can just read it myself. For all that, I won't wait for that. All right, let me get into it. All right, so after enduring a few hours after the firestorm, Trump removed the post Monday mornings. Oh, so he took it down. Oh, he was getting too much backlash on that picture. He took it down. Said a statement blaming the post on some imaginary staffer who shouldn't be far behind. Former MAGA representative Marjorie Taylor Greene decried the implications he was replacing Jesus. It's more than blasphemy. It's an antichrist spirit, Greene wrote in a separate post. Greene directly compared Trump to Jesus during his hush money trial, April 2023. Riley Gaines, anti-trans activist, struggled to make sense of the president's post. All right, so they quoted, "Why seriously? I cannot understand why he posted." He said, "Is he's looking for a response? Does he actually think this?" She wrote on X Monday. Either way, two things are true. A little humility would serve him as well. Two, God shall not be mocked. Megan Basham, a culture reporter. Let me see. All right, a culture reporter, the conservatives outlet Daily Wire, also seemed confused. I don't know if the president thought he was being funny or he is under the influence of substance. Damn, they accuse him of being on drugs. That stuff they found over there at the White House, on the White House floor. We've been telling y'all. Well, what possible explanation he could have for this outrageous blasphemy? But he needs to take this down immediately and ask for forgiveness from the American people and from God, she wrote on X Sunday night. Mandy Arthur, a Christian influencer, made a plea directly to the creator. God, we might have made a mistake and accidentally elected Antichrist. Oh, Dad, one of his MAGA supporters said we might have elected the Antichrist. She said, send help. Damn. All right, so this is another MAGA supporter, Sean Fetch, a Christian activist, Trump MAGA coalition, who has performed worship music services at the White House and Mar-a-Lago, also condemned the post. They quoted said, "This should be deleted immediately." He wrote on X Monday, "There is no context where this is acceptable." In a separate post, Fetch wrote, Fetch tried and failed to justify the president's blasphemy. And he quoted, does Trump legitimately think he's Jesus to America? No. Is trolling the Pope with the AI image? Maybe he wrote, is the Pope woke communist like most recent prior popes have been? Yes. Should Trump have posted an image even as a joke? No. So all right, so but Trump behavior should not be a surprise. The president parent got let me see. The president parent God complex, inevitable results, MAGA unwavering support, outright idolatry. These are some of the same people who insisted that Trump was saved from assassination by divine intervention for the purpose of saving the nation. Now they're disgusted, and he has taken that he's taken them seriously. So these are all his MAGA supporters that supported him, who also spoke out about his assassination being some type of divine incident that happened for him to save the nation. Now they feel like they elected the Antichrist. So that's all his.
You know what's crazy?
What?
You know what's crazy about this? They don't even. The real MAGA is a demon. That's what people don't understand. They got y'all out here, y'all MAGAtars. They got y'all out here worshiping the demon. Listen to this. MAGA is a lesser known ancient Egyptian demon deity depicted as a crocodile, often described as the son of the god Set. Attested from the New Kingdom to the Roman era, MAGA is characterized as a dangerous, autonomous entity, a force to be repelled via protective spells rather than worship directly, usually associated with chaotic aspects of nature like river predators. That's y'all MAGA right there.
That's real definition of MAGA.
That's the real definition of MAGA. That's an ancient demon deity from Egypt.
Wow.
That's what y'all, and he got you out there worshiping that.
So that's why he doesn't touch the Bible when he does the.
He don't touch the Bible, nope.
Yeah, when he did the inauguration and be sworn in, he didn't touch the Bible.
Right.
And listen,
And
listen
y'all
to
can
what he
look this
said.
up. Y'all can look this up. Y'all can chat GPT. You could Google it. Look up MAGA deity. Look up MAGA deity. You MAGA tards are worshiping a demon that
Dang.
causes
So
chaos. A autonomous
autonomous.
deity,
Wow.
like a artificial intelligence.
Intelligence, right.
Yep.
Dang.
A chaotic, y'all. A chaotic deity. And it's a
Wow.
demon named MAGA.
Ain't
All right.
mad.
That's who y'all worshiping, MAGA tards. Just letting you know.
Wow. All right, so this is him. They asked him about the Bible. Listen to what he said about the Bible. Now he said, you know, the Bible is his favorite book and all that, but listen to what he said about that. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Book, and you said, I think last night in Iowa, some people are surprised that you say that. I'm wondering what one or two of your most favored Bible verses are.
Well,
and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. You know, when I talk about the Bible, it's very personal. So I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into.
There's no verse that means a lot to you that you think about or cite.
The Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
Even to cite a verse that
No,
you like.
I don't want to do that.
You're an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal. I think it's just an incredible. The whole Bible is an incredible. I joke. Very much so. They always hold up the Art of the Deal. I say my second favorite book of all time. But I just think the Bible is just something very special.
Okay. You mentioned the Bible. You've been talking about how it's your favorite book. And you said, I think last night in Iowa, some people are surprised that you.
He said, well, are you an Old Testament guy or New Testament guy? I'm thinking both. Yo, Trump don't give a damn about no Bible. That's why he ain't touched the Bible during his sworn into the presidency. He did not touch that Bible. Yeah, somebody said he never read it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He never read the Bible. Oh, cause he ain't interested in reading no darn Bible.
And it's crazy how all the people who was MAGA, they claim to be Christians and, you know, conservative Christians, and they out here not even realizing that they're worshiping a demon.
A cult. So it's basically
that's why it tells them right in their own Bible that they be reading that they not supposed to idolize anything.
Yeah, right.
And you gotta think about it. That MAGA shit, that's idol worship.
Yeah.
Like these people they call themselves conservative Christians, but they die over MAGA. They argue to death over MAGA. And they be saying, oh, Jesus and all this. Jesus brought Trump in. Nah, MAGA is literally a demonic deity. He's a trickster figure. Trump is a trickster figure.
Right.
He's the trickster. He the one that got you worshiping a demon. That's why he does things like mock Jesus and all that with that picture that he posted up.
Right.
So how you MAGA tards feel now? Your beloved demon leader is literally a trickster.
Beloved demon leader. That's crazy. I'm trying to get the video that Trump didn't touch the Bible. I was trying to get yeah, I was trying to pull that up because that's what they saying, that he didn't touch the Bible doing nothing. Yeah, he didn't put his hands on it. Oh shit! All right, let me pull this up. This Tucker Carlson pointed that out. People probably what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. That's
no. I was just saying people probably just ain't notice it. The people probably ain't really realized
it's a couple of politicians that did that.
That did, yeah.
Yeah, didn't really put their hand on the Bible and other, yeah. But I bet you the MAGA tards in there, I bet you they Googled MAGA deity. I bet you they looked it up and they probably feel stupid inside. Yeah. Hell yeah, they looked it up. Hell yeah, they looked it up. Yeah. That's what y'all been worshiping out here.
Right.
Those demonic hats and all that shit y'all been wearing, and you know, diehard Trump supporters. Yeah.
Right.
You idol worship.
Day, the president did not take his oath of office with his hand on Inauguration Day, the president did not take his oath of office with his hand on the Bible. His wife stood next to him holding it. I was about 15 feet away and saw it, but he did not put his hand on the Bible. And that should have been maybe a clue that we need to pause and think about, what is this? Why wouldn't you put your hand on the Bible? If you don't believe in the Bible, there's no cost to you to putting your hand on it, just kind of following the protocol, going along with the tradition. All presidents do it. Why aren't you doing it? And you're not doing it intentionally. You're choosing not to put your hand on the Bible when you take that oath. That suggests not that you don't believe it's real, because if you didn't believe it was real, why would you care? That suggests you know it is real and you're rejecting it. You know what you're doing and you're doing it anyway. But nobody asked questions about that either. It seemed kind of inappropriate, given the celebration then in progress, to ask, why wouldn't you put your hand on the Bible when you take the oath of office to lead our nation? But pretty much nobody did. I didn't. I'll admit that. I saw it and didn't say one word. Bothered me ever since. On Inauguration Day, the president did not take his oath of office with his hand on the Bible. His wife stood next to him holding it. I was about 15 feet away and
Dang. Yeah, nobody, I don't think anybody ever pointed that out, did they? I don't remember nobody even talking about that or pointed that out.
Nope. Nope.
Wow. Yeah, she did just held it in her hand with that Undertaker hat on and shit. Melania had the whole Undertaker hat on. Let me see something.
saw it, but he did not put his hand on the Bible. And that should have been maybe a clue that we need to pause and think about, what is this? Why wouldn't you put your hand on the Bible? If you don't believe in the Bible, there's no cost to you to putting your hand on it, just kind of following the protocol, going along with the tradition. All presidents do it. Why aren't you doing it? And you're not doing it intentionally. You're choosing not to put your hand on the Bible when you take that oath. That suggests not that you don't believe it's real, because if you didn't believe it was real, why would you care? That suggests you know it is.
You say, you know, it is real. And we don't mean Israel as in the term is real. We talking about the country. Israel. Yeah, this guy's a trickster, bro.
MAGA-tards, y'all played yourselves. Unfortunately, you played yourself.
All right,
This whole time, he was the demon the whole time.
Yeah.
Y'all just getting in here, especially if you down with MAGA and you down with Trump. Please Google or Chat GPT the MAGA deity. MAGA deity. And you will see that MAGA is really a demon.
Yeah.
So all you good old conservative Christians who was, riding to the, riding with Trump in the MAGA movement, just know that it's a demon that you're idolizing.
Look, let me pull this up.
A demon that causes chaos, that's so dangerous that they didn't worship him like they did all the other gods in ancient Egypt. They didn't worship the MAGA because MAGA was chaotic and very dangerous.
Wow.
And here you good old conservative Christian, and you worship MAGA.
They kind of waking up to him now, because now they regret that they voted for him. They regretted everything about this guy. Look, let's get into this real quick. Cause they was running up on MAGA on the street, showing them the picture, and just a lot of his supporters, people were saying about him.
I want to show you an image that President Trump posted on his Truth Social yesterday. What do you make of this?
Personally, it's disgusting. I talked with my wife about it earlier. I mean, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and that right there is, I mean, that's, I don't really have words for that. That's disgusting.
That's a disgrace. I'm very upset about that. I mean, how egotistical can you possibly be?
As a Christian, how do you feel when you see this image?
Offended. Yeah, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that he would actually do that. The man I voted for and trust. You know what I'm saying? People are going to see this at work. I'm upset about it.
As a Christian, what do you make of this?
I find it appalling. It's disgusting. You're mocking my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's mocking it. I don't agree with it. I think I think he should put his phone down and focus on running the country.
Why would he do that with the whole Antichrist thing? You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense to me. He's probably regretting that he posted that and he deleted it.
What do you make of this image?
I think it's interesting. I mean, listen, hey, I'll be the first one to say, like, I don't agree with maybe everything that he says or does.
I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor.
Man, I'm 44 years old, bro. That's not a doctor. That's him depicting himself as Jesus Christ. That is blasphemy in its purest form, in my opinion.
No, I don't see the doctor.
Does that look like a doctor?
I mean, I believe that he thinks he heals people, that he heals people together.
Yeah, doesn't look like it to me, but I don't know.
I want to show you an image that President Trump posted on his Truth Social.
And that's Epstein laying on the bed.
Yeah, Epstein laying on.
And that's Jeffrey Epstein.
Still got the picture uploaded. Hold on. Let me post the picture. He said, "Niggas got Epstein laying up there on the bed." Right, that's Jeffrey Epstein. Hey guys, that's Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, that's damn sure Epstein. He healing Epstein. Put his hands on Epstein's forehead. That's crazy. Somebody said Dr. Jesus Trump. Nah, they call him Donald Trumpstein. They call his name Donald Trumpstein. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's Epstein forehead he's healing.
He was put in there to trick y'all.
Right.
Trump has always been a trickster.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's why he stabs everybody in the back. You think he's
Like
gonna
that.
zig, but then he zags.
Yeah, like that Apprentice reality show he did should have gave y'all the insight on how he really is. But 10 times worse, because that's when the camera's on. But let's not get it twisted. Biden definitely ain't no better. Sleepy
Kamala-
Joe,
Kamala
Sleepy
definitely
Robotic
wouldn't have been
Joe.
better neither.
Yeah, and Kamala with her giggly labs and shit. Nah, she's too goofy to be up there sitting in the White House. But shit, I can't even say she too, because they all of them goofy. She just express hers more. But they all tricksters and actors up there working in the White House.
And they not really calling the shots anyway, so it don't matter who they put up there. It don't matter who they put in that Oval Office. You still gonna get the same result. America's still gonna be in the shitter.
Somebody called him Donald Lucifer Trump. Nah, that's Trump. That's Trump. That's Trumpstein. Donald Trumpstein. Donald J. Trumpstein.
All the MAGA supporters in here. Any MAGA supporters in here?
Best friend.
You a MAGA supporter? Press 111 if you a MAGA supporter. Are you a MAGA supporter? Who in here supports MAGA?
I see a lot of MAGA. I seen some MAGA supporters in here saying Trump love. They love Trump. They said they love Trump. Yeah, loser. Oh, yeah, I'm a doctor. This guy really came out and said, yeah, I just thought of myself as a doctor. I never seen shit like
we got a couple of MAGA. We got a couple of demon supporters in here because y'all know MAGA is an ancient demon, right? From the Egyptian mythology.
How
you know that's who y'all worshiping, right? It's spelled exactly the same. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA deity. Just look up MAGA deity. Those of y'all who press 111, go into your Google browser and type in MAGA deity.
Yeah, MAGA is a demon deity, a dangerous crocodile entity from ancient Egypt mythology, especially apparent in the New Kingdom of Roman era, spells as the son of Seth. And y'all know Seth is basically like Satan. Often depicted as forced to be repelled in spells against crocodiles. He is associated with the chaos. I guess that's malevolence, and sometimes linked with the god Sobek. So Sobek, he's linked to Sobek. Key deities regarding the demon deity MAGA include role in nature. MAGA characterized as a dangerous, autonomous being, frequently portrayed as a force to be driven away from restraint. He is closely associated with the crocodile, related to danger. So he's a reptilian, basically. Closely associated with the crocodile, related to dangers, and sometimes mentioned alongside Apophis. So Apophis said the lineage. He is often referred to as the son of Set or Set. For y'all that's familiar with Set, the ancient Egyptian deity, placing him within the traditions of chaotic adversarial deities. All right, so evidence. He exists and confirmed by academic studies of Egyptian demonology, such as the demon deity MAGA, and that's spelled MAGA, M-A-G-A, y'all. Geographical variations and chronological transformations in ancient Egypt demonology, which detailed his role varied across different periods. Symbolism. All right, this is the symbolism of MAGA. He is sometimes described as a crocodile demon whose tail, mouth, and claws are invoked in magical spells. Man, that's why we saying Trump's a trickster. So listen to what we saying to y'all. Invoked in magical spells to be kept under control. So that's what MAGA represents, y'all. The source also discussed MAGA in the context of Japanese terminology, meaning the god of disaster. So Trump is sent here to actually destroy America, not build it back up, y'all. So his role is to actually destroy the old system so they can rebuild the new technological system, which is the new financial system, the new agriculture, new architect, the whole new digital cryptocurrency. So Trump is sitting here to destroy the old way of our money in in our agriculture and things of that nature. Farming, they're trying to do away with farming so they can give us the 3D printed meats, laboratory grown meats, and and things of that nature. So that's his role.
The MAGA tards are saying we made that up.
Nah.
Literally in demonology books.
Listen,
the MAGA deity is literally in demonology books. How did we make that up?
They too lazy to search, but we not. We thorough with our research. We're not too lazy to go research it ourselves. That's the problem. A lot of y'all just too lazy to research it and look it up.
Just admit that you worshiping a demon. That's all right. Admitting it is the first step.
I mean, he's playing the role. He's playing the role of the MAGA deity because he's destroying. He's not building up. He's sent here to destroy the old system anyway. So that's why you see all the wars coming about. He's just playing his part. That's it. Hey man, if y'all support the guy, y'all support him. Y'all support the guy. Y'all.
You support the demon. It's okay. You support a demon deity.
That's all right. It says, "What's your thesis on research?" I mean, what you mean? What's the thesis on research? I don't understand that question. What's your thesis on research? I didn't know research required a thesis. Yeah. Joyful Bliss said, yeah, that man Trump changes since the last term. Yeah, because his first term wasn't based off the fact what he's doing now. I mean, it was because the policy really ain't changed. They always had their eyes set on Iran and taking over the Middle East, and all this stuff was already in plans decades and decades back. But his role to play in there now is what he's actually doing now. To be blasphemous, to be a trickster, play the role of the that, like, he's coming into the role of the Antichrist. It's a false Antichrist, but that's what he's playing the role of. That's why he didn't touch the Bible. He didn't, he don't know nothing about the Bible. Then he posted himself as Jesus, and he's playing the role that he's supposed to play. He's an actor, so he's playing his role. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we ain't making this stuff up. That's what MAGA represents. We just read to y'all what MAGA actually we actually read the breakdown of it too. The symbolism is a crocodile. That's the symbolism of MAGA, a crocodile. Or a deity with the crocodile head.
And where's the crocodile at? In the swamp. And he talking about draining the swamp. When we try to tell y'all he's swamp thing. He's a goddamn he's a crocodile, alligator in a swamp, y'all. So he ain't draining the swamp, Q-tards. So you got the MAGA-tards and the Q-tards. Trump is not draining no swamp. He's not getting rid of no deep state. He is the deep state.
All right, let me pull this
Him
up.
and Israel, hand in hand, are the deep state.
Since you guys,
they installed all their politician agents in all parts of the government in the United States, and the ones that they didn't control, they control them now through blackmail because they use the Epstein shit to blackmail these people.
All right.
And a lot of these politicians, they don't have no choice but to protect Epstein because there's shit in there about them. Stuff that might not necessarily send them to jail, but something that can ruin their image. And they resign from office. So just know, most of those politicians, if not all, are compromised in all three branches of the government. That's why they ain't gonna never do nothing about those Epstein files. And y'all know it's the truth. Y'all know it's the truth. And you MAGA-tards, you scared to look up the demon MAGA. You scared to look up that deity. Because it exposed who you've been worshiping this whole time. You've been out there wearing the hats. You've been out there screaming to the top of your lungs of how great Trump is. And come to find out, MAGA is literally a demon. And you can go and find them in demonology books.
Yeah, not only that, it's ancient statues in museums of the crocodile god. So it's MAGA god is Sobek, the crocodile deity. Yeah, so it's ancient statues of Sobek in the museums right now that they took from ancient Egypt, because those statues was over there in Egypt. And they took those statues, put them in museums.
Ancient Rome called them MAGA.
Yeah, ancient Rome called them MAGA. Yeah, that's what I read off too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Egyptians called them Sobek, the son of Seth, but MAGA. And you know, the United States is a mini Roman Empire. It's still part of the Roman Empire. And we know this. We already broke that down for y'all. And MAGA is a demon, a deity. That's who y'all idolizing. And it's crazy that he would trick Christians, people who call themselves conservative Christians. They would trick y'all into worshiping a demon.
Right.
They love doing that stuff. These people in these cults, they love tricking people who conservative Christians or people who's deep in their religion. They love tricking you. So you
that's how John Todd. Yeah, that's what John Todd was saying during the 70s when he did those recordings on exposing the Illuminati and his family bloodline, which is the Collins family. That's what he was saying. They do it through the music, they do it through entertainment. That's what John Todd was breaking down. So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all familiar with John Todd. But yeah, you could probably type it in YouTube right now and pull up the crocodile deity, Sobek. Let me see. Sobek, crocodile. Let me just pull up. Because people do their videos and stuff on it too. So
they mad because they voted for the Antichrist. They claim to be good conservative Christians and they ended up voting for the Antichrist. Who's bringing in the new mark of the beast system. I mean, we already in the mark of the beast system, but they upgrading it. They're upgrading it. They giving the mark of the beast system an upgrade. Israel and Trump and all, they giving it an upgrade.
Artificial intelligence.
Don't get mad at us, MAGA-tards, because y'all voted for a demon. Don't get mad at us.
All right, so Sobek Sobek is the crocodile deity. Let me pull this up.
Now we don't F for no Democrats in here neither. Sleepy Joe Biden and Hunter's laptop. We don't F for none of that. Hillary Clinton. Nah, we ain't no libtard either. We telling y'all that both sides of the government is corrupt. We telling y'all the Democratic Party and the Republican Party has been compromised and corrupt, and both sides have worked with Epstein and continue to work with people like Epstein. And both sides have worked and continue to work with Israel, sending them billions of dollars. So no, we don't fuck with no libtards in here neither. So libtards, you ain't safe. We ain't rocking out with Barry Sortoro.
Santoro.
Yep, Barry Santoro and Michael Obama. Nope, we don't want them neither.
Except Michael Obama.
Hunter and his crack cocaine smoking, beating up prostitutes, and guns with the serial number scratched off when his whole dad's campaign was to get rid of the guns. But he got guns? Nah, F that. Both sides is corrupt. And MAGA, they straight demons.
Yeah, because I wanted to pull this up because they too lazy to search. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta show them with their own eyes. So they
show them with their own eyes. Yup, there we go.
Right, so MAGA.
The MAGA.
All right, so MAGA. Let me zoom in for you. Give you a little zoom in. There you go.
There you go, MAGA tards.
MAGA,
right there.
Ancient Egyptian religion and ancient demonology. MAGA was a deity and being existing and like we said, transition. The space between the divine and the demonic. So you can read the origins of it and everything. MAGA appears in the New Kingdom. In the New Kingdom text, 1550 and 1070 BCE, as a dangerous, chaotic entity, often linked to Seth, aka Set. All right, so this is y'all demon. This is y'all demon deity right there. Let me see. Let's go to some images real quick.
MAGA-tards versus libtards.
MAGA-tard versus libtard. All right. Yeah, so y'all can go ahead and look that up yourselves. Because people like, oh, y'all
right
just
on the
making
screen,
it.
MAGA-tards.
Y'all just making it. Y'all just making it up. No. A lot of these billionaires and the people up in the upper echelon of society that you call the 1% or all these different societies, they all worship deities, ancient deities. Whether it's Molech, whether it's the owl Molech, or the bull,
Molech, that's one.
Bow, the bull, Bow with the bull head.
Rockefellers got that rated. They built that rated in Rockefeller Center with the bull that they worship, the golden calf. They believe all that shit. They believe in all the idol worshiping and demon worshiping. They love demons. Right. And those of y'all who've been voting for MAGA, y'all love demons too and don't even know it. Because MAGA is a demon.
Yeah, MAGA is an ancient deity demon, the crocodile head, which is other name for him is Sobek. So if you look up Sobek is and also the son of Set. MAGA is actually the demon deity, the son of Set. All right, and his nature is to destroy. That's his nature, is to destroy. He's the crocodile with the crocodile head. And he also do in magical spells too. So his tail, mouth, and claws are to invoke magical spells to be kept under control. So that's what he's basically doing with the people. He's keeping them under control through spells.
Look what someone asked us. What skills, intelligence do you contribute to the world? What good have you done? Have you worked and raised your kids or lived off taxpayers' subsidized money? We actually built our own business, and by networking with entrepreneurs and creating products that came from the earth to help people with their condition, their sicknesses and stuff. We got an herbal shop.
Matter of fact, let's get into a commercial while we're here.
Get into that.
Let's get into a quick commercial, y'all. We be right back because we got to get into the Charlie Kirk assassination because there's a lot more things, dots to connect that's surrounding the Charlie Kirk assassination. And we're going to continue to talk about MAGA, the deity demon, MAGA, Trump being the MAGA demon. That's who y'all worship. But let's get into this quick commercial break and we'll be right back. All right?
I'm not even going to lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, night and day pain relief balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day, and this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. Feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for night and day pain relief balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
Comfort slows you down. Reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at Night and Day Herbals.
Link to the website is in the description of this video. Also, the QR code is in the top right corner. And also, you can get to the website but just by typing in Night and Day Network LLC on your Google browser. You'll see that we 5 stars on Google as well. We've been in business for the past 7 years. People say, in other words, you guys are scammers. Nah, we've been
scam.
Oh no, hold on. We've been in. Nah, because they don't know us. I'm not expecting people to know who we are. Go type us up on Google, Night and Day Network LLC, and everything will come up about us. All right, Night and Day Network. That once again, type in your Google browser, Night and Day Network.
Type it in. Show them on the screen since you already got it up. Night and Day Network LLC. Type it up for them. Let's see. 5 stars on Google. We helped a lot of people in this 7 years that we had our shop. And we work with other entrepreneurs, other people who build businesses, but they just don't have the reach. They're not on social media, and we help them get their products. So we actually are doing something in this world. And we inspiring people to become entrepreneurs, and we giving y'all the real information. We giving y'all the real information. We showing y'all. We giving y'all receipts.
I think they just don't like.
So yeah, we doing a lot. What could you? What are you doing? What did you do to help the world? What did you do to help the world?
Oh, they helping it out, coming here and to be haters.
They helping the world by coming there and hating on us?
Yeah, the world.
We actually are doing something.
Hey, the world needs haters too. You know, hate. You know, hate is part of it as well.
We actually sell some of the high quality herbs you can get on the internet because we work with the Amish community in Pennsylvania, and they grow our herbs for us. And if you know anything about the Amish, you know they the best farmers, period. Their whole culture is farming.
That's a fact.
So our quality is unmatched. And we work with other entrepreneurs that sell natural products that help people.
Facts.
So not only we on here giving y'all real information, we also on here building a brand, a business that's helping people and helping other entrepreneurs.
Damn.
We realize government corruption, mass production of products. We realize that stuff is corrupting the world, is corrupting our nation. These corporations, they don't give a shit about our health. They just mass produce everything just so they can make a profit. And we're the complete opposite of that. So yeah, we're doing a lot. And we've been doing this for 7 years.
And
So and no, we're not looking to government for jobs. We're not looking for a corporation for jobs. We made our own jobs. So we're not a stress on the system.
Yeah, that's
we're not a stress on the system. So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
We got the receipts. Go in your Google search, type in Night and Day Network LLC. You'll see that we're 5 stars on Google. You'll see people praising our products. You'll see we've been around for a while now, and we're not going to stop. Never going to stop. So yeah, we've done a lot for the world. We doing our part. We're not just on here talking shit. We telling you, we exposing the corruption, and we giving y'all solutions. The solutions is start shopping local, start supporting your local entrepreneurs, so the money can shift towards the community and the people. Because when you shop with the big corporations, all they do is take all that money and send it to offshore accounts. It never comes back into the community. And the people that own these big corporations, they barely even pay taxes. And you give all your money to them. You give all your time to them when you work for these big corporations. We here to combat that. So we're doing our part. So no, we're just not sitting up here talking. And even if we was just sitting up here talking, we still inspiring people. That's still doing something. We have a platform. We got over 200K people on this channel alone. We got other channels with over 100K. We got Instagram, Facebook. Like, we're on here giving y'all the information.
Someone you can't say somebody scamming that been around for almost a damn decade. Nah, we've been on here too long for all that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Right.
We've been on here too long.
How are we scamming and we've been on here for over almost a decade, and we got 5 stars on Google? What scam companies do that? Come on, man.
That's all right, we gotta get
our
back.
Our products are high quality.
Facts. All right, so we gotta get into it. Need y'all to double tap the screen, like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're just coming in. We're about to get into the Charlie Kirk segment. This is we're about to get into it. So, we know Tyler Robinson wasn't the shooter. We know that. We know that because they did the ballistics and the gun. The bullet didn't match the gun that they planted and said that he used. So we know, let's get that out the way. So I don't know why they just won't let that young man go, because he wasn't the shooter. I mean, none of the evidence matches. So a lot of Charlie Kirk views changed over the time. But he was like, doing the college debates and all that, and going to all these different colleges, debating students, and he was part of that whole Turning Point USA thing. He was in support of MAGA. He was a MAGA, one of the top MAGAs, right along with the rest of them that walked away. But the way Charlie Kirk started changing his views on things, he was kind of putting himself in dangerous waters, because he started questioning shit, started asking questions and things that you normally wouldn't ask if you part of that whole movement. But yeah, let's get into it though. Let's get into the first video that we I think this is one of them right here. Let me see. Now the other side of the Iran is a big threat. Same people that told. All right, let's get into it. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Iran is this big threat. Yep. Same people that told us that Iraq was a big threat. The same people that told us the Taliban was a big threat. I'll be honest, fine. I mean, I don't like Iran, but the evidence shows that every single one of these people, the last couple of decades, that is pushing for a conflict with Iran has not just failed miserably, has been one of the greatest catastrophes in American foreign policy ever. Thousands of lives needlessly lost of Americans, millions of people displaced, trillions of dollars spent. And let's be honest, at this particular moment, we cannot afford this war. We are economically vulnerable. There is massive de-dollarization happening. We're trying a difficult manufacturing pivot with tariffs. We've seen the rise of the Chinese Communist Party. We blew our military reserves in Ukraine. And now is the time that all of a sudden we want to try to get involved in another endless conflict. Let me be clear. It will not end with just military strikes. If you strike Iran on the interior, you will have a war. That is an act of war. And if that's what you want, that's fine. We displaced the Shah. We replaced the democratically elected leader, Mossadegh, and put in the Shah, which then, of course, led to the Ayatollahs of Iran. And then finally, is a nuclear weapon against Iran a threat to America? Probably. Could be. A threat to Israel, but is it a threat to America? I mean, India has nuclear weapons. Pakistan has nuclear weapons. So is it worth a potential another war with Iran? And the people that are, let's just say, advocates for preventing Iran from getting a nuclear weapon by all means necessary, they're the same architects that were perfectly fine with the Iraq war, the same designers of the Iraq war.
Wow.
The primary way Iran can hurt this country is by sucking us into another Middle East quagmire, and they know it. And Iran would have the potential to be the worst Middle East quagmire of all time. Iran has 90 million people. That's more than 3 times as big as Iraq was when we invaded 22 years ago. It's larger than both Afghanistan and Iraq combined, both in population and in area. Iraq was at least mostly a flat country. It's a bunch of cities along a couple rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. Iran isn't like that. It's almost all mountains. Iran has spent decades preparing specifically for war with the United States. Their military has lots of weapons designed for fighting a much stronger adversary. They have a lot of drones, a lot of speedboats, a lot of cheap, expendable weapons. They're far more formidable than Iraq or the Taliban were. And my whole life, I've been told that Iran is getting a bomb. Iran is getting a bomb. Iran is getting a bomb. Iran is getting a nuclear bomb. And yet here in 2025, they do not have a nuclear bomb. So why should we trust the American intelligence without verifying it? Now, the other side of the argument is, Iran is this big threat. Same people that told us that.
Now you gotta think about it. They've been screaming for the past 30, 40 years that Iran have a bomb. Here we are in 2026. The IAEA did an investigation on Iran to investigate to see did they have any nuclear weapons. So they investigated, right? They said as of 2026, Iran does not possess any nuclear weapons, nor do they have a nuclear program to build weapons. And these are our global inspectors that go in and actually inspect countries that suppose have nuclear weapons. But it's mighty hypocritical that America is still allowed to possess nuclear weapons and Israel still possess nuclear weapons. Russia holds nuclear weapons. China holds nuclear weapons. Japan holds nuclear weapons. So I don't understand how are we that hypocritical? Well, not us, but how are they that hypocritical to allow all these other countries to have nuclear weapons, but Iran is not allowed to have nuclear weapons? They don't even have any nuclear weapons, though. That's the thing. Nor do they even want to make any nuclear weapons. They're using that stockpile of uranium to power their power plants. That's what they've been using it for. Now you got to realize they've been screaming, Iran, we got to keep Iran from building nuclear weapons back since the 80s, possibly the 70s, 80s, throughout the 90s, 2000s, all the way up to our present day. They haven't possessed a nuclear weapon. They're just using this shit to go into the countries and take the resources and basically take over the land. We're not stupid. That's all they're using it for. Iran was never a threat to America. If they was, they would have did something a long time ago. Y'all been screaming 40 years about Iran having a weapon. If they did something, they would have did something a long time ago. So what are we talking here? Once again, they're creating a boogeyman so they can milk our tax dollars and send all these billions overseas, like they continue to send money to Israel every year. $18 billion every year Israel tax our economy. And the taxpayers had to foot that bill. And they've been doing that since 1948, since they set up the state of Israel through the Rothschild. We've been taxed ever since. They didn't sent over almost $400 billion since the 1940s up until our present day. And they're still taxing our economy. So what the fuck is we talking about? Why we ain't in support of that shit? But that's your MAGA demon. But it don't even matter if it's MAGA demon or Democratic demon. Listen, they all is support of Israel. First of all, our system is set up just to support Israel regardless. That's it. That's just what it is.
President said, was that Jimmy Carter?
President Nixon.
I mean Nixon, yeah, not Carter,
Yeah, I can find that video and pull it up again. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican. I'm talking about the politicians, not the people. See, the people, they just got us caught up in, the divide and conquer. And we basically playing the American. They playing the people, period. They just playing the people to basically support their agenda. Because they know without the people, they wouldn't be able to actually pull anything off, because we're actually the energy source that powers this system that they control. We're the energy source, the people, the day-to-day person that wakes up and go to work, that pay their taxes, put their kids through school. That's the energy that they work off of. They wouldn't be shit without the people's energy. That's why we be trying to say we got to start saying no to these corporations, man. We got to. It's time to really start saying no. And we know it can't be done overnight, but it's a process. It's going to have to be a process. Start putting the money back into the citizens, giving the power back to the citizens. Because we powered these corporations ever since the industrial complex. Since the industrial complex, they set up, and we've been powering them ever since. And now they just extracting all this money from our economy and sending it to all these different countries. That's crazy. So they plan is to make this America basically damn near just a third world country. Y'all see the homeless. Y'all see the homeless rate going up. Y'all starting to see more and more and more homeless every day. More homeless. Everyone is a paycheck away from being out in the streets. It ain't like you got any savings. A lot of y'all tapping into y'all savings. Your credit already ran up. That's the economy that Israel is getting all our money.
Yeah, I just read a test study how they saying more people are living in their cars in America these days.
Yeah.
Can't afford a high rent or the high mortgage.
Yeah.
Someone gonna say Israel didn't kill Charlie Kirk, MAGA did. Well, you wouldn't get MAGA without Israel, because Israel controls MAGA. You know why? Because Israel controls Trump. So it's the same deal. Israel, MAGA or Israel, right. They both the same.
Israel occupies our three branches of the government, period. They control our whole system set up. I mean, for us to get them $18 billion, over $18 billion a year, that's just showing you who the boss of America. It's like Israel is America's mob boss. They got to kick up upstairs. They got to kick the envelope up to Israel. They got to give that envelope up every year. They got to kick that envelope up to Israel, and it better be $18 million in it, because they got all the important politicians that's in place blackmailed. They use Epstein to do that. They use Epstein to go in and send him on a mission to blackmail all our politicians, to get them in compromising positions with little girls and little boys. That's what the whole Epstein file was about. Compromising, getting politicians and a corporation, head of corporations, and compromising positions so we can blackmail them. That was Epstein's whole mission. And this y'all MAGA friend was best friends with Epstein and did business deals with him.
Oh, don't forget about Bill. Bill was
and
friends
Bill
with
Clinton. Yeah, Bill Clinton.
The left and the right. The left and the right loved them some Epstein.
And a bunch of the corporations that we support today. Also, those from BlackRock, those from Vanguard, State Street, all the big mega corporations, all
and MAGA corporations.
MAGA. Right, MAGA, not MAGA corporations. But yeah, this is the system that we in. So it's like up to the people at this point. It's like, all right, what you gonna do, people? But Charlie Kirk started finding out this information. That's why he's gone. See, he had a big platform, and he was speaking how we talking now. He was talking like that with a big ass platform though, and he was linked in with Trump and MAGA and Turning Point and linked in with billionaires, and so they like, all right, well, this is supposed to be our guy, and he's talking against us. What we gonna do about this guy? He's figuring things out, and he's talking against us on his podcast, whereas hundreds of thousands of millions of people tuned in today. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh,
I don't know why the MAGA-tars don't see that Trump was implanted into the Republicans.
Oh, they about to.
I don't understand why y'all don't see that yet.
They finding out who Trump really is right now. That's why a lot of them is not supporting this guy. They backing out of this whole MAGA idea.
He's a plant.
Yeah, they figuring it out. Because a demon has to unmask themselves. Like you can't go through without the plan. You can't go through with the plan without telling what you're going to do. That's like universal law, period. You got to tell them what you're going to do.
Right.
So people starting to find out Trump is really not for the American people or any people, tell you the truth.
Nope. Except Israel.
And
when I say Israel, I ain't talking about the Israeli people. I'm talking about the Israel Zionists.
And he don't really care about them neither. It's just that they got him on compromising positions. They blackmailed him. They sent Epstein on him. You think they don't have? They saying Putin have something on Trump, so you know Epstein got something on him. So they probably got him on camera, pictures, and it's all in the files. It's all filed up. So yeah, he's going to play ball because what if they start putting that shit out there, Trump? Like he's already in the Epstein files like 30-something thousand times. They redacted most of that stuff out of there. Actually, they redacted all his shit out of there, actually. So people starting to find out who this MAGA character really is, and people starting to look. His own top people turned on him. They said we made a mistake with this guy.
Nah, they didn't turn on them first. You got.
Oh my bad. Yeah, Trump turned on them. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, Trump. He stabbed. Do y'all realize, y'all MAGA-tars? Do y'all realize Trump stabbed everybody he worked with in the back? His former VP stabbed in the back. All the people who supported him throughout his campaign. He might have been behind Charlie Kirk's death, to tell you the truth. One of the consent. And then you got what? Candace Owens.
Allegedly.
And allegedly. You got Candace Owens. You got Alex Jones. You got all these different people that was supporting him, and he just basically shitted on all of them.
Yeah, he directly working for BB. Yeah, he worked for BB directly. I mean, he up there pulling his chair out for BB. Like, here, BB, here's your seat. He's pulling the chair out for him, tucking him in under the table. Yeah, BB, here's your seat. Just bowing down to that man, basically. That's because and Trump's a real arrogant guy. He's like an arrogant prick, so he don't really like to bow down to nobody. Like he feel like he's the top guy, but you can't be the top guy when they got stuff on you.
Right.
When they got you in compromising positions, bro. With you with little girls, allegedly with little girls and little, you know what I mean? So what can you do about that? They got you on tape. Crazy. They got you in the file. They got you on tape. Well, let's continue with Charlie Kirk. Let's continue. Make sure y'all double tapping the screen, subscribing if you're just tuning in. Let's get into this. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Oh, no, I ain't even put no sound on it.
No sound. No sound.
No sound?
Nah.
Oh, shit. All right, let me restart it, reshare it. Because sometimes with the stream, the sound go out with the stream.
Yeah, they didn't like that Charlie Kirk started talking about going against Israel and all that, so they ended up taking him out.
Right.
That Epstein, with his little friend Ghislaine and Ghislaine's father, Robert Maxwell, who was obviously a spy of the Israeli intelligence agencies, that there was something else going on here. Epstein was not some sort of whiz kid hedge fund manager. Epstein was playing a part. Epstein was a LARPer. Epstein was cast for a specific role, and he played it really well. It's nothing new that if you're in the intel agencies, you want to try and get as much blackmail on powerful people as possible. easy, not hard. And this is no longer just speculation. First of all, the evidence that shows that Epstein was a creation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence, is that Epstein, with his...
It was already came out that Epstein was working with the Mossad. People say y'all shouldn't speak publicly. That's because they don't like they MAGA being talked about. You know, y'all MAGA supporters in here hate that we talking like this. Hey, man, it's the truth is the truth. It is what it is. It ain't nothing we made up. It is nothing that we making up. It is what it is. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. What George Carlin say is one big club. You ain't in it. They don't like it. They don't like that they world being shattered. That they MAGA world being shattered. They don't like that. But I wanted to get some other videos too, because there's some things that I think it was Charlie Kirk on. I think he was on PNB. Let me see, PBN. I mean, interview. I think he was on an interview with let me see. To pull this up. Hold on.
Iran, which would be a profound mistake for our country. So that's a really, really important thing. Drill, baby, drill domestically. Peace in the Middle East, peace with Russia, Ukraine. You'll see gas prices go down to $30 a barrel. Charlie, what does that mean? $1.75 a gallon. That's what it means, okay? Make sure we don't go to war against Iran, which would be a profound mistake for our country. So that's a really, really important thing. Drill, baby, drill domestically. Peace in the Middle East, peace with Russia, Ukraine. You'll see gas prices go down to $30 a barrel. Charlie, what does that mean? $1.75 a gallon. That's what it means, okay?
Jeez. You see, you gotta think about him being in line with them, in line with the billionaires, and in line with that whole turning point movement, and then him speaking how he was speaking. You're like, nah, he gotta go. That's why the evidence don't match that Tyler Robinson, who they try to plant and say, who they try to say was the person that assassinated him. The evidence don't match. So it's like that's leaving people with the question, like, all right, well, who assassinated this guy? If it wasn't Tyler Robinson, then who assassinated this guy? That makes you think, like, all right.
He had a meeting with Israel, right? He had a meeting with Israel right before he got taken out, didn't he?
Yeah, he had some meeting with some billionaires from I don't know if it was they from APAC, but they were some billionaires. But we know they all part of that whole group anyway. But he met with some high-powered billionaires. Shit, Candace Owens leaked the text messages because he was texting her that he was meeting with those people.
Right.
And she leaked the text messages. He showed the text messages that he met with them. And they was pretty much putting pressure on them. They was putting pressure on them. And
no way there can still be people this brainwashed to think that Trump is a clean president. Like there's no dirt, no grime. No freaking way. Look at somebody reported our channel for what? You reported our channel, you get up out of here.
I don't care.
You getting banned. You reporting our channel for nothing. You getting banned. %.
Right, they mad because we don't talk like we don't have that slave talk, that programming, propaganda, brainwashing slave talk. We talk like somebody that's We talk like somebody that's that's aware.
Yep.
And that to the sleepy person, that sound doesn't sound right to them because they used to the programming, mainstream media, propaganda, the saying, gotta go along with the system, or you're gonna feel like you left out. So we don't sound like none of those people. We don't sound like leftists. We don't sound like right, because we against both of that shit. And we know the slaves don't know no better. They just following along with what's going on. But we're talking about the heads. We're going at the heads, and that's what you gotta go at. Pause.
You know what I realized though? The MAGA-tards are way more aggressive than the libtards these days.
Yeah.
You know why? The MAGA-tards is possessed by that demon, that deity, the deity MAGA. It's a possession. It's a spell on them. Yeah. Like you see how aggressive the MAGA-tards are compared to the libtards these days.
Right. Yes, magical. Yep, he said. Yeah, Trump invoked the magical spell on them that keeps them under control. That's the symbolism of the crocodile deity MAGA. Symbolism. He sometimes describes as the crocodile demon who tail, mouth, and claw invoke magical spells to keep them under control.
Right.
Yeah, they're under a spell. Yeah, the MAGAs are, but they're starting to break it though. I'm starting to see because
some of them are.
Yeah, the more he reveals himself, the more. But they gotta probably run into people like us so we can plant that seed, in they mind, plant that seed.
That's part of our work.
Right. Like, listen, y'all gotta break that goddamn. Y'all gotta break it. But let's get into this. So this one, Charlie Kirk was on, PBD podcast speaking about Israel. Now, being as though Charlie Kirk was part of Turning Point and Trump in line with Trump, and their whole mission is we gotta stand behind Israel and support Israel. He started viewing his own separate views when it came to that. You know what I'm saying? So he started speaking out against where he's supposed to be in line with. He's basically got to follow orders. And he started speaking out of order, and that might have led to his assassination because his views started changing. Yeah, they like when Charlie Kirk was going at the black people and keeping the separatism, because that's their whole thing is to keep people divide and conquer. They specialize in that. They got
somebody want to know. Somebody want to know. We ex-MAGA. Hell no, we ain't no ex-MAGA.
Nah. I ain't never.
We never supported that shit.
I never voted a day in my life, and never will. Some people just came to this planet just knowing what the fuck going on.
Right.
Don't fit because it's an energy. It's not just about information. It's a certain energy. And it might
Instead
not be
of begging the government, we just ended up doing our own thing.
Right.
We created our own business. We've been a big help to the community by helping entrepreneurs. So yeah, we feel like politics just wasn't our thing. So we ain't voting for shit.
In from other countries too.
We're about action. We're about action, because voting, I don't see voting as action, because you're only voting for the same corrupt motherfuckers every 4 years.
Yeah, the policies don't change. It's always the same policies in place. They just, like you said, they just hired a president of the corporation just to, to follow what's already in place. It's not like he can come in there and make changes. It's not his job to come in there and make changes. He's not the.
I don't know how MAGA could come in here and hate on us when we represent exactly what MAGA claimed to represent. We're entrepreneurs. We created our own business. We help other people with jobs by helping other entrepreneurs. Like what more? We here spreading the truth, real information. What more do you want from us? We the very same principles that y'all supposed to be representing with MAGA. While your leader betrayed y'all and stabbed y'all in the back.
That's what I say.
We're not sitting here begging the government for jobs and putting extra stress on the government. We created our own job, and we helping other people in the community create their jobs. So how could you come in here and attack us? You attacking the very same principle that you're supposed to be for.
I like the attack. I love
Me
it.
too, because I know that we're doing our job.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love the attack. I love that that
I
y'all
love
doing
the
that
attack so we can actually expose them through
love
their
it.
attacks. We're able to expose them through their attacks.
Pause. Keep the hate coming. Pause. Keep the attack coming.
Think
Love
about it. Think about it. They hear bashing. These are so-called Republican conservative Christians, and they hear bashing two guys that's entrepreneur and making our own way. And we also exposing the fact that MAGA is an ancient deity who's a demon. So we're doing your job.
Hold on.
We showing you that if you're a conservative Christian, we showing you that you idolizing a trickster figure. You know how sometimes Satan comes as the demon of light? You know how Satan comes as the demon of light or the angel of light? See how Satan comes as the angel of light? That's your Trump character right here.
You can't say you're a conservative Christian and you just watch that man mock Jesus.
That too.
Like, I don't understand how y'all still support that after he didn't mock what y'all actually praised. That's crazy. So I don't understand how y'all still in support of that. But a lot of people aren't though. He lost a lot of I'm gonna be honest, he lost a lot of people by doing that. He did. He lost a lot of his supporters by doing that. But I think he knows that. He did that deliberately because he knows it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Because he's born with the Pope. Supposedly, him and the Pope got a beef going on, right? So he wanted to throw that up there just to mock the Pope and say he's the real Jesus Christ. The Pope is a fake figure. So, he was mocking the Pope. So that's basically what he was doing. But you can understand a lot of his people that follow him are Christians. They're Catholic, they're Christians, and he lost a lot of his supporters behind that. Now, the ones that still follow him, they the ones that just, they gonna follow him to the pits of hell. They like, yeah, Trump, we'll go with you, even if it means us going to the pits of hell with you. We'll go there. And those are like the diehard supporters that would never turn their back on Trump, no matter what he do. He could pop somebody in the head right in front of them, and they'll still be like, yeah, we'll follow you. We'll break you out of jail, Trump. We'll still go down there and protest, even though we just watched you mutilate somebody in front of me.
Or even if they grab their wife or their daughters by the ussy. Even if he did that, they still excuse him and that's beloved Trump. He's allowed to grab him by the ussy.
Oh, like Biden was grabbing little kids in front of their parents?
That too.
Because Biden was actually grabbing and filling on kids in front of their kids.
Biden was actually doing that for sure.
Right. I ain't excusing them.
All of them. Politicians are.
Listen, we ain't excusing none of the popes and none of them neither, because we know the type of diabolical shit that the Vatican is into in the Catholic Church. We know they into the deep dark pedophilia. That's their whole thing. They
got caught for. That they got caught and sued for.
Yeah, they up to billions of dollars, and because in lawsuits right now behind being pedophiles for the past. They built
for centuries.
Built on that.
Centuries.
Yeah. They're built on that. So we ain't for none of that shit. We ain't for the Vatican. We ain't for this. We ain't for none of that shit. So I don't give a shit that Trump and that Pope Leo guy going back and forth. I look at them both the same. I look at Pope Leo because they all part of the same game. They out here playing wrestling with us, saying, yeah, we're going to go out there and beef in front of the public to make it look, because that's the whole divide and conquer thing. Yeah, let's go out there and beef in front of the public, like wrestling, so they could choose sides. That's what they want. They want the people to choose sides. No. We don't want to vote for no more lesser evil. No, y'all all evil. No more lesser evil. We don't want no evil.
Losers, slackers, freaks.
So we don't want none of that evil. We don't want none of them. Now you got this Pope Leo guy going around supposed to be the peaceful guy, and that's funny though. I'm looking at him like, oh, he's going around be the peaceful guy. He's meeting with all the top Islamic people in different countries and making peace with them. And if you want to make peace with the people, go down in the basement of Vatican, pull all that shit y'all stole and give it back to the people. How about that? Give all that information y'all stole for centuries
And all the
centuries.
treasures and
All the
gold,
treasury, all the
treasure,
things that
yep.
you had. Yeah, be like Jesus for real. Because Jesus said, give up. If you want to follow me, go ahead and give up all your riches. That's who they follow, right? So why y'all ain't giving up all your riches? Yeah, go down in the basement of the Vatican and give all that information back to the people. Give all the treasure back that y'all done robbed all these graves of the ancients and all the people that are been slaughtered over the years and through the Crusades and
Oh, the Cathars? Yeah, they
yeah,
definitely slaughtered the
right.
Cathars
Like,
because
come on now,
they was coming with the real spirituality and they got slaughtered.
right? So we ain't for none of them. We ain't for none of them. Sorry, they all not for the people. Sorry about that. But let's continue. So this is Charlie Kirk speaking about Israel on PBD podcast. Let's go ahead and get into this real quick.
So let's play
here.
dark. Did you need something like this for you to create a war to the point where the re-election percentage of a president goes so high when there's a war so you can get re-elected? Maybe. Is it because the amount of chaos you learned in 2020, the elections was so chaotic, so it increases the chance of you being able to win another election because the more chaotic it was, you can tell people what we're going to be doing and they're already accustomed to it. Maybe they'll be more open-minded to it. Maybe. Is it because maybe even on the other side for me that I think about Netanyahu and Israel? First of all, who has the best secret intelligence in the world? Mossad. You mean to tell me?
No.
You mean to tell me these guys have been that low-key underground for a year, built a city like the one in Israel, and they trained their guys to go in and how to break into homes and how to take people hostage? And you're telling me you didn't know? Seriously? And Egypt comes out. By the way, the story came out. It's like, well, we told them, we warned them that something was taking place. Another story came out about Egypt. Rob, if you tell me what page it's on.
Then they said they didn't. They're going back and forth.
Yeah, and they're saying they did. You're like, so make up your mind. Did you know or did you not know? So what is really going on? So then I go a layer deeper, and I'll turn it over to you. Is, okay, did Israel almost, because I'm talking to this other guy, and he says, I said, you realize what happened in 2014? He says, yeah. I said, 2014 when they, the 3 girls were kidnapped, and then, whatever happened, raped, travesty.
Horrible.
And then Israel comes back and kills 2,000 people. He said, it should have been 20,000. It should have been 200,000. So I said, where are you going with this? He says, well, listen, here's what I'd like to see happen in Israel. What's that? Only Jews live in Israel. Nobody else. We don't need to coexist. It's just not going to work out. Is this a way for Netanyahu's legacy to be he eliminated Hamas? Is this his way for saying, now I got the war, I got the card, I got the, mandate, get out of jail card for me to go straight up 100,000 on the blockade of Gaza Strip, 300,000 reservists you put up there. Now we're going to go groundwork. We're going all freaking out because the world gave us the permission to do so. Is that what it is? I don't know. I just keep continuing to have a lot of questions the more I think about it, because so these guys are coming up. So what are we going to have, another 9/11? And they're going to come and do what? They're going to go into your community. What are they going to target next? Where are they going to go next? What's going to happen next? Oh, it's not a big deal. It's never happen again. Well, that's what we thought it was never going to happen, 9/11. Before 9/11 happened, nobody thought 9/11 was going to happen. Yep. So I just have way too many questions that makes me think about what the motives are. And if we go dark, I'll put all those things out there.
Yeah.
How did these guys not know this was taking place?
So I've been to Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that is an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. And so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel was on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. Netanyahu now has an emergency government and a mandate to lead. I'm not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here, but I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order? 6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. Wow. 6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say stand down? That is a legitimate non-conspiracy question. The whole country is the IDF. The whole country is.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me that they're going to concerts and kibbutzes and schools and by reports 6 hours. Let's say it's 3 hours.
That's suspect. Go ahead, Rob.
It's also not like a right-wing reporting. This is from the New York Times. The long wait for help as massacre unfolds in Israel. I can't think of a more liberal news outlet than the New York Times.
And by the way, I'm actually very pro-Israel. So let me be very, so I'm not exactly.
Well, I think we all are.
No, I just want to make sure my position is clear here. But so Patrick, there are other explanations. It's possible that the Netanyahu government was double-crossed by bad agents. Okay? That's dark, but it's not as dark as what we're talking about. Okay? Another aspect is that Netanyahu might have traitors in his government, like legitimate traitors that have infiltrated. I was texting with some senior people in the IDF, and they said, Charlie, can't say too much, but let's just say the same problem you have with the left in America, we have here in Israel. So there's something to think about. Just something to think about, right? Is that...
So you heard him say he's pro-Israel, right? He's pro-Israel, but he's speaking out against the people that put him in his position. Because you got to realize they was grooming this guy to be a president. It was grooming Charlie Kirk to be, he was like the next up guy. You know, he married that chick, the crying chick that be always dapping her eyes and shit. Fake crying and shit. So he married her. They had children. She was already linked in. Erica Kirk was already linked in before Charlie Kirk because she was part of the whole, Trump pageant. The whole thing with the Trump pageant, the beauty pageant. She was Miss Arizona.
And Ghislaine Maxwell. She was
and
also
Ghislaine
linked
Maxwell.
to Ghislaine Maxwell.
So she was already tied into them before Charlie Kirk even came along. But the thing is, come to find out, Charlie Kirk, dad worked with Trump in building the Trump towers, right? So that's kind of like, it's kind of like an arranged marriage going on here, where the dad is already linked in with Trump, and you got, Erica Kirk being linked in with Trump and the pageant, and Ghislaine is on board because that's how they recruit the girls. They go to those pageants and they recruit them from there. All the beauty pageants. So this kind of looks like an arranged marriage going on here, and basically grooming them to be president. So that's why you see her being embraced by Trump after Charlie Kirk died, and hugging on Vance and hugging him, holding his head like they was in a relationship or some shit. This is all look awkward, but they basically propping her up to be some type of political figure as well. That's why they moved her husband out the way, made her the top person and turn the point, and now they just going to use her to be this political figure, to push the agenda. Because he's speaking out. You got to realize he was the one that was supposed to be the next up, right? But his views changed, and he starts speaking about we don't need to be having a war with Iran. That's going to bankrupt the country. The Epstein files, we need to prosecute the people in the Epstein files. But then to come to find out, his boss Trump is in the Epstein files, and the rest of these other people. So it's all looking crazy, right? So they're like, all right, well, somehow this guy got to go. He's just not. He had a whole meeting with some billionaires somewhere in a secret location. Somehow Candace, he was able to text Candace. She exposed the text messages and put them up on the screen and shit, that the people that he was meeting with. And then weeks later, the man gets assassinated. So this is showing you that.
It is.
This is showing you that If they putting you in position and you start speaking out against them, that's why we still got to do the JFK live stream. We got to start connecting the dots because these are the same people that got rid of JFK.
Right.
So we got to do our JFK live and connect those dots as well. But yeah, this guy right here. Let's continue though. Make sure y'all double tapping the screen, liking this video if you haven't yet. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications so when we go live, you get the notification bell. Yeah, because we going deep. We deep diving into this stuff, man.
Maybe there's some people within those intel agencies that aren't as sympathetic. Or maybe, Patrick, maybe they might have gotten a tip. They might have gotten whispers, but no one thought it would be 1,200 Jews dead. That's a potential, right? Because here's the essence of it. The essence is this. This is the closest thing to the Holocaust that any of us have lived through. But the fact is now Bibi and the Israeli hard right government has a mandate. I got to be careful the way I say this. They're going to try to ethnically cleanse Gaza. I mean, I don't use that term lightly.
That's crazy. See, even him saying that, it's like a slap in their face. Saying they're going to ethnically cleanse Gaza. You know what I'm saying? And this the whole time he's under them. He's part of Turning Point. He's, still, let's continue.
Okay. They're talking about basically removing 2.5 million people from there. Okay. And honestly, they have a mandate to go seek justice and revenge. They do. This idea that they need to have a truce or a peace treaty, that's morally crap after you see women and children be burned alive and dragged to the streets. But there are some serious questions here, Patrick. And let me tell you, my pattern recognition over the last 5 years has become pretty sharp. COVID, Maui fires, Epstein. When I see a story and it doesn't click, our guts are usually right.
Yeah, this one's very weird.
See? And we know them. We know what
We know
what all those fires is about. They want to build those smart cities. They want to build the smart cities.
Okay.
Right.
So let's play dog.
Live stream on itself.
And not only smart cities, but they need to build them data centers too. They need to build bigger data centers to process the data. Like we have farms in our area now where the government is coming in and offering them 2 or 3 times more than what their farm is worth. So they already reported that the farm that they was trying to buy, they was gonna give them $15 million for that farm because they want to turn it into a data center. So that wasn't even in our area. That was in our area that we live in. So we know that's what they're going around and doing. They're going around and buying land up to build these data centers. And that's all public anyway. That's not nothing that you got to really figure out. You can just look up data centers and you'll see that's what they're building. New data centers to process, the information faster because they, got, the blockchain they got all our records and stuff is going to be processed through these data centers. Like I said, they able to scan your whole body right there on site and all your information come up. They really, it's like some Judge Dredd, Demolition Man type shit. It's crazy.
Very sketchy.
Somebody said
Very
war is cheap compared to no it ain't. War is big business. They love war. War is their best. That's one of their greatest prosperous thing they got going on. Wars, because all the corporations eat when there's war going on. That's big business for all the corporations. That's why we saying you gotta start shopping local and building your moms and pop stores back up, keeping the money in your area, because the corporations are thriving based off the war and all that, and we get nothing. We paying taxes to keep these people in business. So you gotta start supporting your local businesses, man. If your family got a business, support it. Friends with business, support it. Businesses in your area, small businesses in your area, support it. Instead of going to Walmart, and Target, and Kmart, and all these big ass Amazon all the time. Even though it's merchants on Amazon that's independent as well, because we have an Amazon shop. So, but yeah. So you gotta start supporting your local businesses more than anything, because that's what's gonna really boost the economy up. It's gonna have to, the people gonna have to do it. It's gonna have to, it's gonna take the people to do it, to be honest. You can't depend on the government. You can't depend on Trump to bail you out. Trump is not gonna bail you out. He's only creating more debt for you and your family and your future family, like your kids and your grandkids and their kids and their grandkids. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talk about. We talking about your generational, wealth is in jeopardy dealing with these type of people. Right. Tell them, Pamela Woods, small shops are better. That's why we created our family business. We sell natural herbal products. We talking about products that's not pesticide, not sprayed, everything naturally, organically grown in season. Like we don't even process our stuff with things that's grown out of season, because we know that's not what it is. It's not going to have that same effect. But these corporations specialize in growing things out of season. They grow a tomato in the middle of winter. Use jellyfish DNA to grow a tomato in the wintertime. We know they do a lot of gene splicing and a lot of DNA cross DNA just to keep food, to grow food and stuff out of season. And that's why a lot of people's walking around sick, because a lot of this stuff is chemical based. First of all, chemical based products.
Synthetic chemicals
in it from the laboratory. FDA love approving that shit. They don't. That's why I said people gotta wake up. All right, you really think a government care about you if they allowed your food to be contaminated with chemicals, and they actually sit up there and sign this stuff off and approve it? Nah,
right.
That's not a government that loves you, or a government that really cares about its citizens. Nah.
RFK tried to make a change, but Trump blocked him.
Yeah, Trump blocked.
One of the biggest changes was the glyphosate that's being sprayed on all the grain here in America to dry it out, and that's been known to cause cancer and autoimmune diseases. And most countries ban glyphosate. It's in your Roundup weed killer, and they spraying it on all the crops. RFK tried to get it shut down, but nope, Trump didn't approve it.
Yeah,
because Trump was being paid by the company Bayer, who bought the glyphosate from Monsanto. Monsanto used to own it, but now Bayer owns
glyphosate. Right.
Yep. And they're actually, and it's incorporated into our food supply.
You gotta realize
these government is helping them put it into our food supply.
Yeah, because the chemical companies got contracts with the Food Administration, like these big corporations that to put the chemicals in there. These are they contracted.
Yep.
To put the chemicals in the food. So you'll have Bayer link up with Tyson Foods or something like that, or another big food corporation. Like Upside. Upside is the new lab-grown chemical-based meat that the FDA just approved. And Bill Gates is the major face of Upside Foods. And they approved, FDA just approved them to put lab-grown meats in the grocery stores. That's why we telling y'all, the restaurants, y'all gotta shop local. You gotta support that local pizza shop. Support that local butcher that sells meats. Support that local farmers market, because these corporations are allowing these big, markets to sell lab-grown meat inside the supermarkets and in these major corporation restaurants. Talking about like these big food chains. I'm thinking they already been doing that, because they need to test it out. They need to test it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They need to test it out somewhere.
I think the lab grown meat is in those Popeyes chicken sandwiches, that Chick-fil-A,
Yeah,
that Campbell's soup can. You know, the Campbell's with the chicken noodle soup and that chicken. I think that's lab grown meat.
right,
I mean, the owner of Campbell's ended up coming out saying that he don't eat his own products because the meat is fake.
right.
He said that himself.
Yeah, he got
We
caught
being
on,
screwed.
yeah, he was caught on audio recording saying that the chicken is fake in Campbell soup chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't eat the shit. You had that fake. You had the CEO of McDonald's taking that little small ass bite on that burger, talking
That
about it's a
nasty
product.
burger.
Yeah, talking about this is our best new product. Like, just call it a damn burger. He ain't even call it a burger. He called it a product. Call it a damn burger. It's crazy.
Somebody said you all be eating Soylent Green. You ain't eating Soylent Green if you go to the farmer's market. You ain't eating no Soylent Green.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you don't know what they mixing into the meat when you go to a restaurant or when you go to the big chain restaurants or the grocery stores. You could be eating human flesh. You don't know what the hell you eating. Poisons, fillers, human flesh,
If you stop
bat
eating,
wings. Who the hell knows? You be eating all types of shit. But shop at a local farmer's market, you can actually see them grind up you can see them bring in the fresh cow and grind it up. So you'll know that you're getting beef. You'll know that you're getting real chicken. Like, go to the local farmer's market. Go to the local butcher. Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. Stop giving all our money to these big corporations and depending on them to feed us.
human meat,
Because
right?
they feed us slop. What they call it, goy slop. That's what they call it now, goy slop.
Yeah,
Mixed in with some human DNA.
yeah. You could grow some. Right. Belinda said, grow some of your own vegetables. Yeah, and
Yep.
you can start growing stuff within inside home too, like herbs and stuff. You could grow some of the herbs and stuff inside your home. Yeah, that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna have to start taking that, like us, like we get our eggs from a lady that a chicken just naturally eat worms and stuff and lay eggs. So the eggs are cheaper because we get them, get the eggs in bulk, but they're local. They're not bought out the grocery store, none of that. We go to an actual person, egg farmer that that produce their own eggs, get it directly from them. And you could tell the difference because we always test, like, we open up a grocery store egg from a major corporation versus a local, farmer. You can see, like, the yolk is much darker and the egg tastes much better. Like, the quality of the egg tastes better. Like, I gotta start. I'm telling y'all, you'd be better off. Yeah, Walmart sell all junk. Their meats is junk. Their vegetables is coming from China. Like, we don't need those vegetables. They like coming from China. So that stuff is sprayed so it can, maintain its shelf life. So it goes from China, travels through, and then you gotta think about the gas prices and stuff is high. The tariffs made everything high. Gas prices is high, so the food prices are more high. But it's all junk food. It's all poison food. Like, they hiking prices up on poisoned food because the gas prices is hiked up. So it costs them more to even transport that junk to the grocery stores.
Someone said, "Shut up, you idiots, and leave President Trump, shithead."
They love MAGA.
They love they MAGA.
They love they MAGA
They love they
guy.
demon. They love they demon deity called MAGA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
look
don't
it
wanna
up,
keep.
MAGA tards.
Yeah, so like we said, yeah, support those smaller businesses. You got people that grow their own vegetables and fruits. Go to the farmers markets. That's all local stuff coming from nearby, all local.
Right.
It's not coming from Thailand and China and all these different places.
Taiwan
And Hong Kong and Like, why do we need fruits and vegetables from China and Hong Kong and all these different places? That shit be growing right here in America. Said supermarkets, what you want?
Hell no, we ain't with no Kamala in there.
Hell
Somebody
no.
talking about Kamala. We don't support them neither. We don't support the left or the right. Fuck, both sides are corrupt. There's no more lesser evils. Both sides are corrupt. If you voting for the lesser evil, it's like this. The scenario is this. Who you gonna pick? The murderer or the rapist? That's the lesser evil. Those are the two choices you have with your lesser evil theory. The murderer or the rapist. Which one is the lesser evil out of the two? That's all we got these days. So you don't vote for none of them and you do your own thing. Become your own community leaders, create your own jobs, you know, start supporting other people who you know, create their own jobs, start supporting people in the community who have businesses. That's what you do.
Yeah,
You can't depend on government. You can't depend on big corporations and governments anymore. Well, you never really could. But you never really could. But you really can't now. Because this place wouldn't have been no better if Kamala was running it. It don't matter who's in that Oval Office. The country is still going to shit. All they got y'all doing is blaming each other. It's your Republicans that messed up the country. No, the Democrats messed up the country. No, all that, and both are messing up the country. Both are messing up the country. You get it? There's no one left to vote for. Now it's time for you to start taking.
Introducing the night and day.
It's time for people to start taking their life in their own hands and stop. See, we don't sit back on our ass and blame the left or the right. Yeah, I mean, we don't give a shit about none of that. We telling y'all to just create your own life the way you want it and screw these politicians. Screw these big corporate owners and all of that. Create your own life. You gonna sit back and think that a president gonna get in and change your life? No, only you can change your life. Only you can change your community. Only you can change your community. And that's what we support. We're entrepreneurs. We're not going out there begging. We're not, oh my God, another government shutdown. We're not doing none of that because we created our own jobs and we helping other entrepreneurs who don't have a social media presence, but they make their own products and they sell their own products and we helping them out. So we actually doing our work.
Yeah, you have to create a network of people that like-minded, that understand what's going on, that's aware of what's going on. And those are the people you have to connect with because that's what it's going to take. It's going to have to take people to start networking. Like you said, we can't depend on our government to save us. Like that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I mean, just think about what is they going to do for you. Tell you the truth, has your life even changed going out there and vote? Has it made life better for you?
Nope. Our life changed when we decided to go do our own thing. That's when life changed. And then we happen to be able to make an impact in our own community. Then we happen to make an impact in our own community. That's how we doing the change. Voting ain't do half of what voting ain't do half of what we did when we got up off our asses and actually started doing stuff for ourselves. The voting wasn't going to get it there for us, and voting left or right wouldn't make it easier for us neither, because both sides are corrupt, and both sides only support the big major corporations. Yeah, it's hard out there for entrepreneurs because our government only support big corporations. All the rules and regulations that they make only affect small businesses.
Your
But the
mom's a pop shop,
corporations, they
Charlie.
get away scot free. Yeah,
Yup.
they only the regulations that the government come up with that's influenced by the lobbyists, you know, the big corporations basically pouring money into these politicians and their lifestyles, and so the politicians can make policy that only support the big corporations. And both the left and the right got caught doing that. Both the left and the right sell the people out for corporate money and corporate greed. And nobody in here can deny that. I don't give a fuck if you vote Republican or Democrat. Nobody can deny that. Our government, our politicians sold us out to big business.
And big banks too. They sold us
Right.
out to central
Yeah, that's
banks.
big business.
Yeah, the banks.
Yep, big business. Yep.
And that's the truth.
Nobody
Like,
can deny that.
that. So it's like, how do you really combat that? The only way you can combat that if you start, you start supporting the local, because the money keep the money circulating locally.
Right.
That's what builds the community up, and start, start making things yourself. Start using your skills. If you got skills, I want to start, building some type of business for yourself. Definitely got to carve out something for yourself in this life. Can't depend on the government to bail you out. Got to bail yourself out. And that's the thing. I'm glad you said what you said. You said when we started, basically prospering when we start doing the things ourselves. Start creating your own business. And you don't owe nobody. You don't owe anybody nothing.
Right. And back that up, we actually have a business, 5 stars on Google, and we actually network with other entrepreneurs who don't have a social media presence, and we helping them get their businesses off the ground. So no one can say we ain't doing our part, and the part that we doing is way more effective than voting. Way more effective than voting.
Yeah, because this data, like, this is not sitting around waiting 4 years. Like, this is day-to-day grind, day-to-day work. Like, and it's more beneficial that way. It is.
Yeah, we're not just sitting there waiting to vote and then waiting for a politician to do something for us. That shit don't work. So you can't hate on us because we don't want to vote on the lesser evil. No, I don't want to vote no evil. You can't shame me because I don't want to vote for no evil. I don't look for no lesser evil. I don't want to vote for evil at all. How about that? You can't shame a person, especially if you MAGA and you conservative Christian or whatever, and you MAGA. You can't hate on people who don't want to vote for lesser evil. You can't hate on people who don't want to vote evil at all. And we, instead of sitting on our asses and waiting for a politician to do something for us, we did it ourselves and we got our community involved. Look, we black folk, we 2 black young brothers, we work with Amish community. We literally work with the Amish community in Pennsylvania and actually helping them even expand.
Yeah, because they don't have
because they not on social media.
Yeah, they don't have that type of, right. They don't work with the technology that we work with, like, social media and all that. They don't even like it's even against their, community to even get recorded on camera. You might have like newer generations of it doing small bits of it, but that's against their community to even get recorded on camera. So they're strictly, their whole life is farming and building things and making things with their hands. That's their whole life. So for us to be
that's why we get them to grow our herbs. That's why we get them to grow our herbs for us.
For us to be 2 black men in America and actually hook up with a different community, for a whole different culture, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to have to take cultures to start intertwining with each other, start working with each other, trading information, trading ideas, actually trading skills.
Right.
Because that's what it's going to take to even beat
you can't hate and shame us.
And we've been doing this for the past 7 years, so it's like we already like past that part where you have your ups and downs, of course, because that's what comes along with just being your own, your own boss and being your own, because you working 24 around the clock. It's not like when you're an entrepreneur, it's not really a 9 to 5 with you. That's a constant ongoing grind.
Right.
So it's no set hours or none of that. It's just constant ongoing grind.
Non-stop.
So being as though we're able to link up with other cultures is a beautiful thing, because we all have something to bring to the table. They're farmers, they grow all their stuff. And mind you, they grow all these stuff in the enriched soil. Like, it's not like, sprayed soil or they using pesticide. They don't use none of that stuff with their crops. So as much as the government be trying to come in and make them use pesticides and all that, they fight against that. They stand up as a community and actually fight against that. So we linked up with the Amish to basically grow our CBD and to grow our herbs and stuff. So that's a beautiful thing.
That's why we 5 stars on Google, because of the quality of our product.
Quality is good. And I'm starting to see more people, work with other cultures. Like, that's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Working with other cultures, right?
Right.
In the community, that live in the same community.
Right. That's in the same community.
That's way more effective than voting. That's way more effective than voting and sitting on your ass waiting for a politician to do something for you.
Yeah, because that's an economy. That's going to be way more effective than voting, because that's dealing with direct economy. Dealing with money directly.
So no one can come in here and shame us and hate on us. There's no way you can do that. How when we inspiring people to go start their own businesses and support other local businesses and keep the money and the power in the community instead of giving it away to a big corporation who's going to send it offshore or a corrupt government? How could you attack us?
Well,
we're actually taking action for the last 7 years, and the receipt is when you type in Night and Day Network LLC in Google, you'll see that we're 5 stars.
Yeah, shit. I don't need
the quality of our products.
We welcome the hate, because that comes with it. So we welcome the hate. Come on in. If you want to hate, come on in, because we got something for that too. But yeah, so let's get into this, because
somebody said 2 black men bragging about. Somebody gonna say 2 black men bragging about not voting is absolutely ignorant as hell. We saying we don't want to vote for the lesser evil. We don't want to vote for no evil, 0 evil, because the lesser evil these days is either you voting for the murderer or the rapist. What's ignorant about that? We don't want to vote for either. And we do action to change our community. You're not changing the world by voting. You think you changing the world by voting?
Bro,
you're not changing the world by voting.
You voting for Israel when you vote, because that's who they in line with. Like,
you ain't changing the world for the better.
They commit genocide and wars against humanity. So that's what you voting for. When you vote for a politician in this country, you voting for Israel.
Right. You voting for a bunch of corrupt politicians who's been compromised and on the Epstein list, either as a client or someone who's just being black. So you only voting, so you don't know which one you voting for. You voting for somebody that's either being bribed and blackmailed, or just blackmailed, or just bribed. You don't know what you voting for these days. So instead of sitting on my ass and waiting for the next 4 years to vote, I get up and do something in the community.
What do we need to know African American history for? It's history, period. First of all, you're late. First of all, you're grouping. You're going into the groups again. You guys have absolutely no knowledge of African American history. I laugh at that. I totally laugh at that. Now explain why we don't know African American history. Go ahead and explain to that. Why? What have we said that give you the inkling that we don't know about American history, Black history? What you say? He said, more you guys talk, more ignorant you said. Well, enlighten us. Smooth, whatever you are, enlighten us. What don't we know? Give us some information. There you go. If we sound ignorant to you and we don't have no knowledge, then inform us. Don't just type in the chat and say what we not. Inform us. Give us some history right now. Right now. The next typing you should be doing in the chat is giving us some information that we can use. Because you can say that all day. Oh, you guys don't sound intelligent. You don't sound smart. You don't sound this. All right, well, we're giving you the chance to enlighten us on something that we don't know. How about that?
They ain't gonna say nothing. They just gonna say, "Oh, you're just stupid. You're a moron," and not even explain why we're stupid.
Yeah, because listen, we're not that closed off to not accepting any type of information. Because we're not them type of brothers. If you got something, we might be wrong on something that might need to be corrected. We're not against that.
Nope.
But you can't just come here and say what you're saying and not enlighten us. All right, tell us how we wrong and we don't know nothing and we ignorant. We're ignorant because of what? All right, you're ignorant because you don't know Black history. All right, so this is what you should know. Give us some information.
All right, I'm about to invite this person up here because they need to come up here. Look, I'm gonna you smooth.
Yeah, drop the link.
He said, so we're going to chat back and forth, or there's a number I can call.
No, I'm gonna give you the link. Join. Come up on the panel. We got a panel that you can come up on. Hit the link and come up on the panel. Give us some American history that we don't know nothing about.
There it is. Drop the link.
Because first of all, our ancestors is natives to this land I'm talking about natives, real natives to this land. Not just saying you a Native American or not. We could trace our family history back to the natives of this land before any settler ever stepped foot on this side of the land. We're not talking about coming over here from slave ships and none of that. No, we're talking about that was already here. Now, of course, you had people that migrated from Africa. I'm talking about even before the slave trade. There was already settlers coming over here from different continents. That came over here. I'm talking about way before any of them other settlers came over here. There was people always traveling by ships, but this land was already occupied, already set up and occupied. This wasn't like a free land they came in and found. It wasn't occupied with millions of people. No, it was millions of people already here on this land before any of those settlers ever stepped foot on here.
Smooth, whatever your name is. I dropped the link multiple times.
I don't think they can hit the link. He's gonna have to go to the other stream to hit the link, because I don't think you can hit a link from the vertical live. So he's gonna have to go over to the horizontal live and click the link. So Smooth, go to the live tab on our channel and go to the other live stream, the horizontal live. The link will be in there. You can just hit the link and come on up and enlighten us, brother. Give us some enlightenment. We're not against any of that.
Yeah, definitely give us some enlightenment. I want to hear this.
Somebody say he doesn't know.
I want to hear it.
Well, we give people opportunity. Once in a while, we gotta invite.
Yeah, we love to give people opportunity.
Yeah, once in a while, you gotta give people opportunity. To hit the panel and give some insight. Little debate, ain't nothing with the healthy little debate. Ain't nothing wrong with a little debate. But while we wait for him, let me play this video real quick. All right, so what's the context of this video? This is alleged Iranian hacker that hacked into some American systems and found out some things about Charlie Kirk's assassination and saying that it was, you know, let's go ahead and get into it. And basically claiming like the mic, Charlie Kirk's mic was like an explosive device and things of that nature. Let's get into it. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
From the emails and other intelligence sources. Charlie Kirk was never shot with a bullet. He was accidentally decapitated by a piece of shrapnel from a miniature explosive planted inside his microphone. The device was supposed to blow out his chest cavity, but the explosive malfunctioned. Instead of detonating downward, it ripped upward and took his neck. That is why security immediately ripped every device off the stage. That is why the security camera behind Charlie was yanked from the wall on live feed. That is why they literally stole his body from the scene before the coroner could arrive. That is why Netanyahu went on television within minutes to say it wasn't Israel before anyone had even asked. That is why the FBI took forever to find the killer. They had to rush manufacture evidence to match the lie.
He also dropped a bombshell. FBI top brass, including Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, may have sacrificed American lives to cover up the crime of the century.
The explosive itself was purchased in May 2025 from the Accurate Energetic Systems plant in Tennessee. There is a strong evidence suggesting the same device was tested at Fort Huachuca in the days leading up to the event. That's why there were shards of glass all over the floor of the van they hauled Charlie away in. That's why they poured several feet of concrete over the murder scene the same night.
The very next day, they cemented the crime scene. That crime scene ain't even getting investigated. They cleaned up that evidence so goddamn fast after Charlie Kirk got assassinated.
Cover up.
Quick cover up. So they didn't even give a chance to even do, you know, ballistics and all that on this crime scene or fingerprints. None of that. They was able to do none of that on the scene. They cemented the scene the very next day.
Terrible.
Concrete.
Terrible.
The scene. The whole scenery. It's crazy, ain't it? All right, somebody hit the link. Let them up. Let's get it. I put a little bit of MAGA on the screen. All right, so
Just a
we
little bit.
All right, you got to connect. It says you're not connected.
Somebody named Joette Rhodes.
Oh, that's Joette Rhodes. You're not connected. Oh, now you are. All right, you're on the stage. You're on the stage.
Hey,
What's going on?
Oh,
you're on the mic.
What's up?
I think she I don't know, she was a connection. Oh yeah, your connection bad. I see you doing it. Let me see. Yeah, your connection's going in it. It says connected, reconnecting it. Yeah, I think your connection is bad. It keeps going up, in and out. Yep. Yep. Yeah, your connection bad. Yeah, let's keep connecting, disconnecting. All right, where's Smooth at? Smooth, where you at? What's the person named Smooth? Where's Smooth at?
They claim they can't get on because they on their phone, but all they gotta do is switch over
You
to
can get on.
the
Yeah, you can
regular.
get on.
They have to switch
you
over
get
to
on.
the other stream and click the link on that stream.
Somebody said, quit playing that fake shit. Nope. Nope. That's our screensaver. Nope. Cause you mad because you're MAGA president.
We can do whatever we want. We can do whatever we want.
You're mad because your MAGA president getting arrested in an AI video. So y'all care that much about him? So he don't care about you.
That's my film. That's my film.
He don't care about you. Why you care about him? He don't even know you exist. You out here fighting for him. Let's put him with Epstein. Hold on, where's some
Weak,
Epstein at?
stunted, backstabbing, gibbering demons. All right, I think she's back. Let me put her on stage.
Yo.
All right, now, hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hello. What's going on?
All
We
right.
hear you.
All right, now.
You gotta turn your background down.
Shit.
You gotta turn your
Can y'all
background
hear
down.
me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, just mute yourself and turn your background down, and then unmute. Her connection is bad. Just keep going in and out.
No, she could have did that by accident. I had her back to the
Oh,
stage.
okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right,
All
there
right,
you
you
go.
good? You good? What's good?
I'm good. I just wanted to come on a panel, say hi.
All right. We got these people out here that want to come in here and and say we idiots. We don't know what we talking about. And what's your thoughts on this matter with Mr. Donald Trump here?
I don't know. It's just all diabolical at this point. Let them say what they want to say.
Right. Well, we welcome the trolls and we welcome the people that's against what we saying. That's cool and all. Ain't nothing. Listen, we ain't against people having their own opinions or having opposing opinion against what we saying. We don't care about that. Like, it's okay to have that, but you can't come here and fling that. You're idiots. You guys don't know what you talk about. You sound dumb and this. Well, enlighten us. Give us some information. Give us some education.
They never do that. All they have
Right.
are insults.
Insults. That's it, bro.
That's it. Just insults.
Right. It's wrong. But you know how people are. They need to just log off if they don't want to be on there. Whatever.
Right. We be wanting to be enlightened by we want the information. Maybe y'all withhold something we don't know nothing about. That's why we want people to respond intelligently, not just saying, "Oh, you're dumb, you sound dumb." Nah, respond with some type of intelligence and tell us why we dumb or we don't know what we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. They probably the AI.
Yeah, they probably bots coming in. They a lot of them probably little agents coming in here.
Right.
Bots.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, for y'all in England, for y'all that's tuning in from England, how y'all feel about y'all beloved Prince Andrew being on the Epstein files? How y'all feel about that?
Shit, that royal family ain't even respected over there. They ain't even respected over there. They get hate over there too, because they corrupt. A lot of scandals came out of the royal family, just like a lot of scandals came out of our own government over here in the States. Scandal after scandal after scandal. Right. Scam after scam after scam. Yeah, they all related to at this point.
All right, somebody said F the Royals. Somebody said F the Royals. Yeah, what y'all think about Prince Andrew being over there his brother kicking him out the castle for being on the Epstein files? Damn. Stripped him away from his whole title. He ain't Prince Andrew no more. He just was Andrew Windsor.
I'm so glad all them being exposed. I swear.
Hell yeah.
Because
hell yeah.
They've probably been doing this for years, and now they just getting caught.
Yeah. All that dirt. Yep. All that dirt gotta come to the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All that dirt gotta come to the light. Come to the light, Caroline. Somebody say he gonna snitch. I don't know.
He probably is. Cause look at him.
They put a sheet around his neck.
He is royal.
Hang him
So
before they do that.
Right. 'Cause look what happened to Prince Diana. She.
What, Princess Diana?
Yeah.
And that suspect car crash?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another suspect car crash. Ann Hesh.
Yeah, and Hesh, yeah.
That was another suspect car crash. Another
Yeah.
suspect car crash. Paul Walker. There's a bunch of suspect car crashes out there that
Left
been
Eyes.
mentioned over the years.
It was like seven
right.
people on that.
I
Shit.
know. Crazy.
Angie Stone.
Yeah.
Car crash was
Yup.
dead.
Yup.
Mm-mm.
Yup. Huh.
Right.
People is catching on nowadays to their bullshit.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
No, you good.
But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, somebody said, yeah, especially, yeah, she definitely knew something. I mean, they was trying to keep close tabs on her because they knew she, listen, Prince Diana found out about a whole lot of shit while she was, part of that whole royal family thing.
But I think her husband loved her so much that he was willing to leave everything and make sure she was okay, because he know how his mom was taken out. And he didn't want that happen to her. So what's that prince name?
You talking about Harry?
Yeah.
The one that married to Meghan Markle? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that he loved her a lot to a point where they had a discussion to leave. Because he already knew they didn't like her because of her race. I'm not trying to bring race up in this, but I'm just saying.
No, that's the truth though. The truth though.
Yeah, and then I think they decided that they'd rather leave, like forget the money and everything and just go and live their life. And not have to depend on them. Because look at them, they all messy.
Yeah, he gave up his whole status so he can live, happily ever after without them. And she said she felt like a prisoner being up in there. So you can imagine how they had Prince Diana up in there.
Right.
She was calling up Michael Jackson complaining and calling up different people on the phone complaining. They didn't tap the phone and got some conversations with her talking to people. It's crazy. Look, y'all getting too happy in here. Now let me put Trump back up there. Y'all getting too happy. Y'all getting too happy about Prince Andrew. Let me put Trump back up in there.
Oh, you said they getting too happy, huh?
Yeah, they getting too relaxed.
Put the beloved MAGA back up there.
And
MAGA
Trump need to go and
MAGA demon.
And he need to go and take off that lace front wig he got on.
That joke be bouncing up and down, blowing in the wind like a cockatoo. Cock-a-doodle-doo, nigga.
I'm done. I can't.
I mean, yeah, of course they AI. Trump ain't that damn strong and athletic. Can you imagine him running that fast? Damn well that's AI Donald. He is not running that fast and that strong. That man is old and frail.
Exactly why he need to go sit down somewhere.
Niggas they try to stage a whole McDonald's DoorDash. The woman from DoorDash coming to deliver some McDonald's. Come to find out that lady's a whole representative. She always doing things like that. Like they be just staging all types of things, man. Hey man, listen. If our AI video is fake, so is the shit they do up there at that White House. All that shit is fake too.
Exactly.
Let's just call it what it is. All that shit is fake too. What we talking about?
And they're gonna take in all the money going into a ballroom soon. What is it, y'all? They
Yep.
about to have a ballroom added onto the White House, but yet
Yep.
still they talking about helping people out here, not helping people that really need the help, cutting off Section 8, turning food stamps off, and all that kind of stuff when people need stuff out here for their kids. But yet still they over there spending all that money on wars and stuff. It don't make no damn sense.
Facts. Yeah, they cutting all types of programs in America. They want that $1.5 trillion military fund. They want that 1.5 trillion military fund because they want to use that to take over the Middle East.
Exactly.
But we the idiots. We don't know what we talking about. You know?
Right.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, they don't care about you. They want to attach on $1.5 trillion in the military fund after the Pentagon been audited 7 to 8 times back to back, and they failed every last one of them. But general public don't know that because they don't pay attention to that shit. Yes, the beloved Pentagon been audited 7 times back to back, and they failed every last audit. So all that money the Pentagon got walked out the back door. They don't know where that money at. None of us was accounted for. It's all gone. Because it makes you mad. That's why we show it. Because he needs to be locked up. He needs to be locked up.
Lord forgive me, I was going to say something, but I'm going to try to stay quiet. If it was a minority, we would have been locked up.
Facts.
Quick.
I mean,
and I'm not trying to be racist or nothing like that because I have friends of different nationalities or whatever. But if it was somebody that done something like Trump did that was black or a different race, Mexican, Hispanic, that would have been either took him out or they would have been locked him up. It wouldn't even been questionable.
Somebody said people just mad because they demon MAGA. They MAGA demon God Trump is doing what he's put in there to do, to destroy this country, implode this country from the inside out, extract all the funds from this country, give it to Israel so they can take over the Middle East. Just call it what it is. And he was on the Epstein files. He was best friends with Epstein. Yeah, your MAGA president was best friends with a sex trafficking pedophile, possibly a murderer. Because they found dead bodies on Epstein's ranch, decomposed bodies. Yeah, your president did straight business with I kicked that guy out of Mar-a-Lago because a business deal went bad. That's what he said. He got rid of Epstein because the business deal went bad. Yeah, but you let him. Yeah, but you were still friends with him, and he was out here sex trafficking children. But that's your beloved president, and Clinton and all of them. All of them. Look, Bill Gates, all of them was in the files. Poor Bill Gates then burnt his wife Melinda, gave her an STD. She divorced his ass because all the Epstein shit was coming out. That's crazy. It's mighty funny. She divorced him before all the Epstein files was released because they knew it was coming.
Losers, slackers.
Somebody said from uneducated Curtis Bradley, enlighten me. Give me some education.
Yeah, you gotta state what
yeah,
you can't just say you uneducated and then not have a reason why. What's the reason why we're uneducated? Please tell us.
We're uneducated because of why, and then explain further that what you're educated on. Enlighten us. Give us some enlightenment.
You know, when trolls like that say uneducated, that means that just means you're not indoctrinated, because that's basically what their education is, indoctrination. Because you know they're brainwashed.
They said we got is what part that Trump was friends with Jeffrey Epstein? What we uneducated on that part, or you just want to, your beloved MAGA president, you just want to give him a pass on being friends with Epstein? What is it? Was he friends with Epstein or not? Is that the truth or not? Is that being under what they say, uneducated because Epstein was friends with Donald Trump? He was friend. Let me pull up the pictures. I'm going to pull up Trump.
Donald Dumpster.
Who y'all? Who? I mean, we could pull up and y'all can hear it out the horse's mouth if y'all want.
Donald.
Let me
Donald
know.
Dumpster. Make America garbage again. Donald Dumpster.
Bro. Hey, Mark, you said he was never friends with Epstein. Yes, he was, bro. What are you saying?
They were close friends.
He was friends with Epstein
said it out his own
Bill
mouth.
Clinton was.
Right. Epstein said it out of his own mouth that him and Trump were friends.
Let me pull it up for him. Epstein. Trump.
And he broke down
Friends.
Trump's character. The reason why he broke down Trump's character because he knew Trump personally because they were friends and they hung out all the time. And they both liked young girls and they both was hanging around the pageants. Trump owned the pageants and Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein was doing some recruitment from those pageants. In fact, they even tried to recruit one of Trump's employees from Mar-a-Lago because they was always there. So how's that misinformation when that's the truth? When did Trump report Epstein to the FBI? When did he do that? And if he did do that, he was just trying to get rid of the competition. Because apparently him and Epstein had some business deals that went left. So he didn't report Epstein to the FBI because he was a pedo or whatnot, because they all was into the same shit. And if Trump really was the one that reported Epstein to the FBI, the way Trump personality is, he'd be bragging about that every time somebody bring up. How come he don't brag about it? Trump brags about everything else. When the media was pestering Trump about being involved with Epstein or getting them Epstein files out, why didn't he brag the fact that he turned them into the FBI? Why? You know that's Trump's character. If Trump do anything like that people would see as good, he would be bragging about it. But you never see Trump bragging about sending Epstein to the FBI or calling the FBI on Epstein. Somebody said because it's an ongoing investigation. Did you not just see Tom Blanche after Trump fired Pam Bondi from the Department of Justice? Did you not just see Tom Blanche say he's shutting down everything Epstein? He said that out of his own mouth. Tom Blanche literally said he's shutting down everything Epstein. So how is it an ongoing investigation when they already shut down all the Epstein stuff?
Yo, people really think we just press the live button and go live, bro. They don't
Right.
realize that we actually do our research to come on here and say the things we're saying. Thorough research at that. And we look stuff up while we're on the live stream, looking it up and giving you the information live. Like that's just crazy. We don't just click the live button and come on here and just talk like we don't know what we're talking about. It's obviously when we put these things in titles and we talk about these things, it's about things that's actual out there already. This is not conspiracy theories. These are things that's out there, presented out there. Some people don't have the discernment to connect the dots like we do. Sometimes we able to connect the dots and and connect things to other things where other people might not. So we just don't click the like button to come on live stream and just talk.
All right.
Like our time is valuable. We like to come on here and make sure what we say, it's worth, people tuning in and listening to. We're not gonna give you some dumb shit, just some dumb bullshit. Nah, we're gonna give you the problems. We're gonna give you the solutions. We're not one of them channels that just go live and talk.
What evidence they have that Trump turned in Epstein? Where's that evidence?
We haven't. If we listen, if there was evidence of that, we would have went live about it and presented the evidence that Trump actually turned Epstein in. That's never happened. Trust me, we research these topics every day that we come here and talk about. We go back to we go to the past, the present, and what will where they going at with the future, where they trying to go at. Like we said, they trying to destroy this financial system because they want to bring about the digital cryptocurrency. They already passed law. Once they pass the laws in the House and in the Senate, then that's where they're not going to pass those laws for no reason. So if they already passed the Genius Act and they're working on passing the Clarity Act, which they already passed in the House, now they're trying to pass it in the Senate, and that just gives them clarity on, stable coins, stable digital cryptocurrency. That's what the next financial system. That's just what it is. So we're not gonna come on here and just lie about shit. We're gonna make sure we check the facts and come on here and stick to the facts.
Somebody said, well, Trump banned him from Mar-a-Lago, so there's
that don't mean he turned them in though. He said why he banned him from Mar-a-Lago though. He said it out his mouth. He said it was a business deal that went bad. They was in the deal with each other and the business deal didn't fall through. Let me pull it up for you. Let me just pull it up and you can hear it out of Trump's mouth himself.
Yeah, he didn't ban Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for being a pedophile and human trafficking.
Yeah.
He banned him out of Mar-a-Lago because they had a bad business deal that fell through.
Facts. Like we know exactly what we talking about. We got ears and eyes just like you have. And we heard what he said out his mouth.
They trying to defend they corrupt politics.
Right.
They love defending the corrupt.
He's the only president that got federal charges on him. But they still trying to defend this guy.
Shit, Biden should have had some federal charges on his ass too. And Obama.
Hunter. Biden and his son Hunter.
Definitely Bill and Hillary.
Yeah.
Definitely Bill and Hillary.
I mean, Hunter was on
Epstein was up there.
Right.
Oh yeah, right.
He was up there smoking crack on camera. He definitely should have went to jail. But guess who his daddy pardoned him. And he went to jail for that laptop. Like he should have been in jail for that laptop. Let me see.
All people do is hurl insults. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing to say except insult. It's easy to just sit behind a screen and say, You're stupid. You're a moron, and don't give no reason why. Haters. Go ahead, defend your beloved demon. Look up the word magatars. Those are y'all MAGA lovers. Look up MAGA, the deity. Look up MAGA deity. And y'all see, really, y'all worshiping a demon. MAGA, aka make America garbage again. Donald J. Dumpster. Both sides are corrupt. We're gonna say that.
Right.
We're gonna say that to the day we die. Both sides are corrupt. Democrat, Republican, don't matter. Two wings on the same bird. Two wings on the same plane that flew into the World Trade Centers. Both wings owned by Israel.
All right, here we go. All right, so the $1 billion. All right, so this is the deal right here. The business deal between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein refers to the 2004 bankruptcy auction mansion, I guess Imite oceanfront Palm Beach, Florida mansion, where they compete directly against each other. The auction, Trump outbid Epstein and others, purchasing the mansion for $41.35 million. Trump made up his mind to get it, no matter what the price, according to the law involved. The lawyer involved. Trump later sold the property for $95 million, more than doubling the investment. The falling out. The incident is widely reported as the turning point that ended their friendship, described two very large Palm Beach egos added. The alternative narrative. Trump has claimed in 2025 that his friendship with Epstein ended, stole employees from his Mar-a-Lago club rather than specifically over the house deal. So it's not, he didn't fall out with Epstein over being pedophile or any. He's accused Epstein of stealing employees from Mar-a-Lago club. That's what they falling out was about. That's what Trump claimed the falling out was about, because Epstein stole employees from his Mar-a-Lago club. The aftermath. Records indicate that Trump left messages for Epstein the same month as the sale, but they largely ceased communication afterwards. The last known interaction between the two men was the month of the mansion sale, according to records obtained by Vice News. So that's Vice News, which is, Washington Post. That's a Washington Post report. So they didn't fall out. Like I said, a business deal that went wrong. Also, him claiming Epstein stole some employees from the Mar-a-Lago club. So let me type this in. Did Trump turn Epstein, because they be saying blurting stuff and just be too lazy to look it up. Did Trump turn Epstein into the feds? Let's look that up. Based on the evidence provided results, there is no evidence that Donald Trump turned in Jeffrey Epstein to the federal authorities. Instead, search results indicate that regarding Trump interactions with law enforcement on this matter, a personal falling out, of course they bring that up, reports complaints according to February 2026 report, the former Palm Beach Police chief claimed Trump told him everyone knew about Epstein's behavior. You see what I'm saying? He told the chief of police of Palm Beach police chief about Epstein's behavior. So which means Trump had forced knowledge about Epstein's behavior before he even went to jail. Come on now. Y'all protect this. Y'all love protecting this guy, and y'all just don't want to admit this guy was cool.
So he didn't turn him in. He just made it known that everybody knew what Epstein was doing.
Yeah, that's it.
And this is after Epstein.
It's after Epstein dead. Man, that's
after he was dead.
Dead and gone. Yeah,
and that's what you MAGA-tards said. He turned Epstein in to the FBI because he said that.
See, they too lazy to look it up. We gonna look that shit up right here in your face while you're claiming that.
All right, MAGA-tards, what's your answer for that? For all of y'all saying that Trump turned Epstein into the FBI, we just looked it up and it didn't never happen. So, where'd you get your information at?
Trump fell out with Epstein over.
They said it was it was in 2009, dumbass. No, it wasn't. It didn't happen.
It never happened.
We just read the information to you.
All right,
it didn't happen.
2009. All right, let me switch the date. 2000. Let me just put on 2009. Let me just add that on to the search. Let's see what it says. Based on the available timeline of Jeffrey Epstein investigation, the premise that someone turned him in to the feds in 2009 is inaccurate. 2009, Jeffrey Epstein was released from Florida County Jail on July 22nd, 2009, after serving approximately 13 months as part of a 2008 plea deal that with state prosecutors. The 2008 deal. In 2008, Epstein pleaded guilty to a state solicitation charge to avoid federal sex trafficking charges. A deal negotiated by the U.S. Attorney Alexander Acosta. Victim action. While they did not turn him in, the feds in 2009, victims began illegal flights in July 2009 to challenge the 2008 deal, with one Jane Doe filing a federal lawsuit under the Crime Victims' Right Act. Investigation context. In August 2009, the following release, his final release, the federal prosecutors were considering a fresh look at the case, but no federal charges were filed until 2019. Therefore, in 2009, Epstein was being released from prison, not turned in. He was actually being released in 2009, not turned in. So your MAGA's got it wrong.
Now they saying that Google's compromised. That's the excuse now. They saying Google.
This is not Google. This is report.
You see how they keep moving the goalposts?
Yeah, this is actual. This is actual media coverage. This is media reports, not Google.
And why would Google cover that up? If Trump did turn Epstein into the FBI, why would hero?
Yeah, why would Google cover that up? Yeah, that would make him look like a hero. Turn Epstein in.
And why would Trump cover? And why would Trump cover it up? Because Trump would be bragging about that every chance he get. Because that just
the guy in. Yeah, let's get it out the way.
Trump would be first one telling everybody, I'm the one that turned Epstein in. That's why the guy got in trouble in the first place, because I turned him in. We all know that's Trump's personality. You never heard Trump say he turned Epstein into the FBI ever. Ever.
Sorry to tell y'all, but you never heard that out of Trump's mouth ever.
They called us a moron behind this, and we literally just gave them the receipt.
Just gave them information.
Trump did not turn in no Epstein in no 2009 or any time.
Epstein actually got released from jail in 2000, so nobody turned him into anything. He got out.
Exactly.
He got out of jail.
How he turned him into? Yeah, how he gonna turn someone in to the FBI when they getting out of jail in that same year?
That don't make sense.
And that's public record. He got released in 2009. That's public record. So you saying Google covered that up too? Wow, that's insane. Look, these people they can't say nothing. You can't debate what we saying.
Yeah, we
Nobody
all
can
know.
debate it.
Listen, we all know Trump's personality. He would have bragged all over the media that he turned Epstein in. That would have been like his #1 bragging rights.
Yeah,
I'm the one turn. Y'all know his personality. For y'all that follow Trump, y'all know his personality. Would he not have bragged about turning Epstein in all over the media? He would have held a press conference alone just for saying he turned Epstein in.
Yep.
Come on, y'all. Don't lie for it. Don't be that naive. I know y'all love y'all beloved MAGA God, but don't be that naive.
Trump is definitely the one to celebrate his wins. When have you not known Trump to celebrate his wins?
Facts.
This is part of Trump's psychological profile. You know he'd be bragging about that shit if he turned Epstein in. Yeah, y'all can't debate with what we saying. Y'all know y'all can't. You know you cannot y'all know y'all can. Oh, y'all know in y'all souls y'all can't debate what we're saying.
No, because we going based off the facts. It's not like some made up conspiracy. This is actual mainstream media reporting on this shit. Articles. Somebody said Google's compromised. Yeah, I can't believe you said somebody said Google's. Yeah, it's only compromised when you're looking up shit about Trump, huh? But it's accurate anytime you look up anybody else, huh?
Right.
But why would Google be inaccurate about Trump turning in Epstein? Nah, that would make him look like a hero, wouldn't it? That's something that wouldn't be covered up. That was something that if that's something to make him look like a hero, it would be blasted all over the media. Everywhere. That don't make sense. Like we said, Epstein was a Mossad agent, sent to compromise high-level people, and that's what he did. He blackmailed high-level people, got them in compromising positions, and he used that to basically as blackmail tactic. Use that shit against him. That's just what happened.
Let's put him back up here on that Summer Jam screen.
Yeah, there you go. It's all the shit's out.
Make the MAGA mad.
All the shit's out there. What old head say? I got hit with old head real quick. I got hit with the old head. Where old head at?
That's because you don't have the information.
Okay.
Huh? Just public. All you got to do is go look it up. Huh? Okay. I didn't come here to find out what you think.
No, I'm just asking.
No, you didn't. You say you thought. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
So I don't want to hear what you thought. I saw the check, nigga. Huh? So I got to sit in what you thought. Who cares? Huh? That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Hey, like who cares what you thought? I saw the check, nigga. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? Who cares what you thought and what you think? What you talking about? Oh, Google's only not accurate when it comes to looking up shit about Trump, huh? But it's accurate if you look up anything else. Say Google's is compromised. Google is pulling sources from all the fucking news resources. Like even when you type this shit in, it got all the news articles attached to it. Like I could pull up PBS, AP News, News Nation, New York Times.
Yeah, it's not necessarily Google itself.
Yeah, it's not Google itself.
It's from different news sources.
They're pulling the sources from different news. What are you talking about? Y'all sound. Listen, come on, man.
Every time they come in here and call us idiots and morons, they just projecting. That's obvious. They just projecting because they don't never have nothing intelligent to say.
Nobody challenges
nothing intelligent to say.
Yeah, like y'all want to make this a debate. You gotta have something. You gotta have something to rebuttal with. You can't hurl insults against people. What we saying? Nah, enlighten us. If we wrong about something, enlighten us. People say, "Oh, you misinformation." Well,
and when we do pull up the receipts, they say, "Oh, it's compromised."
All right, so what we?
So show us the source that you got that says that Trump turned Epstein in 2009. Where's your source at? Let us pull up your source.
Right.
Could you please point us to your source? Where's your source? Since we the morons and we pulling up stuff that's compromised, give us the source that Trump got Epstein arrested in 2009.
Yeah, we'll pull it up. Whoever said that Trump turned
we'll pull it up.
Epstein in. Yeah, just give us the tell us where to look for it at and we'll pull it up.
I'm about to find the dude now who was talking that shit.
Yeah,
Marco Montan, whatever the hell your name is. Where's your source at? Because you was the main one. I remember you being the main one saying that you called us dumbasses. You said Trump turned Epstein in 2009, dumbasses. All right, so where's the
give us the source.
The source at? Where's the source at? So we can't. So we won't be dumbasses anymore. Yeah, where's your source? Where's the source at? And we will pull it up. And then we admit that we wrong.
Facts.
If you can give us the source right now, don't disappear, Mr. Marco. Don't disappear, Mr. Marco, because you called us dumbasses. You said he turned Epstein in 2009. And we showed you that Epstein was getting out of jail in 2009. You called us dumbasses.
Well, it don't even matter what you call it. Just give us the source.
Now you never called us dumbasses. Listen, give us the source.
Look, we can look past the insults. Just give us the source so everybody can be enlightened and educated on it. That's what we about. We're an educational channel. We want people to be educated. So if we wrong on something, you have to prove us wrong by giving us the information so we can pull it up. What's the source you have so we can pull it up?
Where's the source?
And then that way we don't have to go. We don't have to go back and forth and be like, oh yeah, he was right. It says it right here. Trump turned Epstein in 20 years ago. Yo, it was right. Oh, he was right.
Yep. And that's what we would say.
Let's just get it.
We would say you was right. But where's the source at so we can say that?
Listen, we ain't biased about no information. The information is what it is. We ain't biased about shit. What we biased
I bet you
on?
no one. I bet you no one.
I think
you no one can find that source.
I think they get it confused because we got Trump getting arrested in an AI video. They think this automatically defaults to make us a liberal channel. No, we don't give a fuck about none of them. No, it's not a liberal channel. This is not a conservative channel. Hey, you could be conservative. You could be both though. You could be conservative about some things, and you could be liberal about some things. That don't make you part of the group. That don't make you part of their group. You don't have to be Democratic and Republican to be a conservative or a liberal. You don't have to be part of no organization to be that. You could be that shit on your own, in your own life. You could feel liberal one day about some shit, and you could feel conservatives about something one day. That's your choice. You don't have to be part of no gang to be that. All right, he said try.
Oh, my bad. It was somebody.
He said try
other search engines. Of course.
All right, I'm gonna go to another search engine. All right.
Let's do another search engine. Give us the search engine to try. How about that? So we know which one, because you would say another one is compromised too.
Yeah. Just
give us the what search engine
right.
should we use? Give us a search engine that's not compromised so we can find out the real.
Right. Silk 510 said the rich against the poor. Right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. What red or blue? Facts. That's facts. That's what we trying to stress to these people every time. This is one of them channels where we telling you both sides ain't shit. They both part of the same establishment. They both are part of the same establishment. Two wings on the same plane, two wings on the same bird. They both in line with Israel. Right. They both support corporations. It's no different whether you had Kamala in there. Only thing different is the face. That's it. But they're not put in place to push no new policy. They're in there to do their job. As a president, they're in there to do their job for a corporation that they're being hired to do. They not going in there and pushing P. They not pushing P at all.
Yep. There's no red, no blue.
They're not
No
pushing
red,
P
no
at all.
blue.
They're not pushing no new policies at all.
Right.
They're being told what to do when they get in that office. They could run on a campaign all day about, oh, no new wars. I'm a peaceful president. No more new wars. And then he get in there and then they hand him a bunch of papers and shit. And listen, this is with the mission we need you to carry out. Listen, hold on.
And that's what happened.
Listen, they don't stop there though. They be like, well, I got to do this and this. Well, popping that tape and show him what he got caught on. Show him what Epstein got him on. Then they'll pull up a tape and pictures with him with 13-year-old girls, 10-year-old girls and boys, and you've been compromised. They sent Epstein in there to blackmail your ass, so you gotta follow through with it. That's simple and plain. That's just how it works. They showed you that in The Godfather when the politician dude was they wanted to make their way over in Vegas to the casino, and the guy, the gaming commission guy didn't want to, let them operate a casino, right? So they called him at a horror house. The woman died. Tom had to come in and clean up the mess and listen, this is what we got on you. We got you killing a hooker. Now we want you to sign that gaming commission and let us operate in Vegas. That's just how it works. That's business for them. Blackmail is part of the business with them. Y'all act like y'all ignorant. We talk about trillions of dollars being peddled through these systems. You think it ain't gonna be a corruption when trillions of dollars is moving about? There's always corruption when trillions of dollars is moving about. What the hell we talking about? Y'all act like
they are naive.
What's going on? What the
naive
hell?
because they in love. Naive because they in love with the indoctrination that Trump gave them through MAGA.
Trump is a billionaire. Anybody that's a billionaire gotta have some dirt on their hands. That's not something you just become and you just squeaky clean with billions of dollars. That don't work that way. You gotta have some type of dirt on you. And plus, there's always the underworld. They're gonna rob you blind. If you ain't got yourself protected in a certain way, the underworld will eat your ass alive. They will eat your ass alive if you ain't protected. You know how many wolves will come after you being worth that much? And you ain't protected by somebody? You know how many the wolves will take your ass and eat your ass alive for what you worth? That's just how it goes. You won't be able to travel to no other countries and they will be on your ass. The underworld will be on your ass. Y'all acting like y'all don't know how. Y'all acting like y'all don't know how it works. We're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars. Right now, our tax dollars are funding genocides, ain't it? And our tax dollars over there funding the killing of Iranians and Palestinians. Ain't our tax dollars going to that? Is it not? Or are we saying anything that's off? Just let me know. Is our tax dollars funding the genocide or what? Can we at least agree on that as much? Can we at least agree on that? Anything else? Can we at least agree on that our tax dollars is funding Israel in the wars that's killing millions of people? Can we agree on that at least? It don't matter if you're Democrat and Republican here. Can we agree on that at least? Is our tax dollars funding the war that's killing people, killing millions of people in other countries? Is it or is it ain't? Is the Epstein files real or fake?
Nobody can debate what we're saying.
Was Trump in the Epstein files, Clinton in the Epstein files, or not? Was they in there?
Was Epstein at Mar-a-Lago?
Was Epstein up at the White House?
Was Ghislaine Maxwell going to Trump pageants and recruiting people from there? Trump sponsored beauty pageants.
Yo,
Ghislaine Maxwell.
this
There's
guy,
literally pictures of Ghislaine
bro,
Maxwell at those beauty pageants that's ran by Trump.
they love this guy so much that he could do something to them and they will love it.
What happens when you get Ghislaine Maxwell at a beauty pageant with little girls? What's their track record? Because Ghislaine Maxwell was definitely showing up to Trump's beauty pageants that his money funded.
Where's the
Ghislaine
proof?
was there just chilling.
Proof of what? He said, "Where's the proof of what?"
Which
was he in the
fact?
He said, "Which fact?" I love
Which
people
fact?
that come in here
Which
with
fact
different
do you
opinions.
need proof of
But-
now?
But I want. Can we get somebody in here that can give us some sources, please? I'm still waiting for the guy that said Trump turned in Epstein to the feds. Let's get to that source at least before we move forward with anything else.
Right.
I just need that one. What's the guy name that's still in here? Just give us the source so we can look it up and pull it up, please. They saying he said Trump turned in Epstein to the feds. I need the source so we can look it up, pull it up for everyone to see. Yeah, the truth is way unpopular. Yeah, it's definitely not popular at all. Hell nah. Nah, he said look up Brad Edward. Who is Brad Edward?
Brad Edward.
Bro, just give us the source to where Trump said. Just give us the source to where Trump turned in the feds, bro. Like I don't want to look up Brad
Epstein into the feds. Right.
Yeah, Brad Edward and all these people. If it's public knowledge that Trump turned into Epstein to the feds, then it should be public knowledge of that. Send it to us.
Shouldn't be that hard to find. Not in 2026. And if it was true, I know Trump would make it very easy to find.
Yeah,
if Trump was behind Epstein going to jail, Trump would make it easy as hell for everybody to find out that he was behind Epstein going to jail. Come on, like, oh my gosh, man, this is crazy. These
they
people,
love that.
the same shit they accuse us. The same shit they accuse us of. Calling us morons and we don't know what we're talking about and misinformation. They all just projecting.
It's really just bad because Trump going to jail in this video. That's just all they really mad about. Yeah, this video angers them. It really angers them to see this guy going to jail in the video. It angers them because they don't talk this shit when we have something else up there. They be like, "Oh well, yeah, it is." As soon as you put Trump up there going to jail, boy, they be on it. It's like the #1 hated video on the internet right now. They like, oh. So I said, you are criminals. You are criminals. Want to give them something real? All right, I'll give y'all some Israel. It's AI bullshit. It's AI slop. All right, well, let's give them some other shit then. There you go. All right, Marco, we still waiting on the they would have arrested Trump long time. Nah, Marco, you deflected, Marco. We need the source to Trump turning into Epstein to the feds. We need your source, brother. We can't let you scapegoat off of that. Forget what's going on in the background. We need your source. Forget what's going on in that background. We need your source.
He gave us a name. He gave us a name that leads to nothing.
Who is Edward Bradford? Who's Ed Bradford? Who is Brad Edwards? First of all,
who's
Brad
Edwards?
How he's what he
can
have to do with Trump?
Source?
Yeah,
right. Fucking Brad Edwards. They're telling us to look. We're telling you to give us the source that Trump was the one that turned Epstein in, and you giving us a name. We gave you the name Trump. Trump turning in Epstein. Where's the source?
Who's Brad Edwards? First of all, who is he?
They don't even know.
I just read the proof that he didn't. We already proved our sources that he didn't that he actually got released back in 2009. Not put in jail. He got released. We already read the sources of that. It was no evidence that Trump, literally says there's no evidence that Trump turned in Jeffrey Epstein. And we read off the fact of how they fell out as friends. They was friends and they fell out over a property deal. And also Trump claiming Epstein stole some employees from Mar-a-Lago. And that ended their friendship. So we read all that shit off. All the source, we read it all. We gave up the article source and everything. So now we just asking him for the source. Marco said there's a that he has this, that Trump turned in Epstein to the Fed. So I'm asking him where's the source of that so we can look it up. Because when our research on our end says something totally different. Listen, being against correction. If we wrong about some shit, we admit it. If we was wrong against the Epstein, it says Trump turned Epstein to the Feds. Here's the evidence. Here's the source. We was wrong about it. We ain't against being correct. But if you don't have the source to give us, then make sure y'all Google Night and Day Network LLC. Check us out. Check out our shop, nightandayherbals.com. Make sure y'all shop with us at nightandayherbals.com. We actually sell natural herbal products from stuff for pain bombs. We actually sell naturally grown organics, naturally grown CBD, grown out of small farm in the Amish in Lancaster, PA. We also have organic sea moss on there. Try our herbal soaps too. We have natural herbal soaps on there with body oils, natural body oils on there as well. Check us out. Nothing chemical based, everything chemical free. Make sure y'all check out our website, nightandayherbals.com. Get into a quick commercial real quick while we're still here.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
The link is to our shop is in the description. When you get on the website, make sure you sign up to our newsletter as well. We send discounts out through our newsletter. And we also, when we get new products on there, we also send out the newsletter to let y'all know we got new products on there, or we restocked on a product. We send out a newsletter. So make sure y'all sign up to our newsletter. With 5 stars on the Google. If you look us up, 9 Day Network LLC, you'll see us pop right up. 5 stars on Google. You'll see our herbal shop, 9 Day CBD, 9dayherbals.com pop up, everything. So make sure y'all check us out.
Check us out.
9dayherbals.com. How long was we on this job?
We want to thank. We want to thank a lot of y'all from ordering from us. We definitely gonna get your products. We definitely been packaging a lot of y'all products out, shipping them out. So a lot of y'all should get y'all products this week if y'all haven't already. And we want to thank y'all for supporting us. thank y'all for liking our videos and sharing our videos.
Sharing them.
We want to thank the haters. We want to thank the haters. We want to thank y'all too, because y'all keep us going. Because y'all give us good content, because all the stuff that y'all come in here and hate on us for, we can actually turn that into content.
Facts.
So we want to thank y'all too.
Yeah, the haters are part of the show as well. Yeah, y'all, the haters are a part of the show. So if you want to continue to hate on us, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can know when we go live, so you can hate on us some more. Definitely appreciate that, and keep the hate consistent.
Keep it consistent.
Yeah, for y'all that rock with us, keep it consistent. Make sure y'all subscribe, turn on all notifications when we go upload that. All right, on that note, man. Catch y'all on the next one.
Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, night and day pain relief balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. It feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
Discomfort slows you down? Reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at Night and Day Herbals.